Thank you, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Holly Township Parks and Recreation. This is our regular meeting. Today is April 8th, 2026, and it is approximately 6:30 p.m. We are meeting at Sorensen Park Nature Center. With that, I'd like to call our meeting to order. Next, I would like to ask everyone to, again, please stand for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. Next, roll call, item number 3. Madam Secretary, will you please call the roll?
Right.
Here.
Hutchins.
Here.
Carl.
Here.
DeSessa.
Here.
Earl. Here. Manager Blanchard. Here. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Next is the approval of the minutes. First item is approval of the minutes from our special meeting dated March 11th, 2026. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda for the special meeting of March 11th, 2026.
You mean approve the minutes?
The minutes, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Wright.
Support.
Supported by Commissioner Carl. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Next is approval of the minutes of a regular meeting dated March 11th, 2026. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes for the regular meeting of March 11th, 2026.
Is there a support?
Support.
Supported by Commissioner Carl. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say nay. Hearing none. And the motion passed. Thank you for the minutes. I'd like to also thank our secretary, and who's also our commissioner, Commissioner Earl. Thank you very much for your work. It's very difficult to do the minutes. I know how hard, and you work very, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you.
Support.
Okay, so next comes item number 5, approval of the agenda or changes to our agenda. I would like to make a recommendation on this, but first I'd like to hear from the commission. Do you have any changes, or would you like to approve the agenda as is? I do have a change that I would like to ask the commission to consider. So because we are doing the budget, and we have 2 items under new business, they could potentially, especially item number B, could have an impact on our proposed budget. May I ask that we just simply address those items first? Just move them over to, just switch places with old business, make them 7, and new business, make that 8. Just so that we don't have to go back and forth, but they will have an impact on our budget overall.
Could you explain further your reason for this?
Yes, so I know that the first item under new business, which is the contract between the Holly Township Parks and Recreation, I don't believe that'll have an impact overall to our proposed budget. But the second item, which is discussion and approval of the contract for Civic Plus website, that will have an impact on our budget, and the numbers that we're going to consider. So I would just like to ask, if you'd like, maybe just that one item, move that up. I'm just saying, let's just switch the items so that we can discuss them first.
Make that motion.
Thank you.
So make a motion to move new business B.
You just want to move B? Okay.
I mean, that's the only one I think that's going to make a difference.
Okay.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. So we'll just make new business B. First, we'll do the presentation, I and then,
And then move back to new business again? Okay.
so, is that proper, Commissioner Hutchins?
If there is,
I don't see what difference it makes moving it around.
because it will have an impact on the budget, the number will have an impact. Because part of the discussion under the contract, so let's say we approve the acquisition of, or we approve this contract. Okay, let's say we approve this contract. In the new budget year, we also have to approve a renewal for this contract, and that's going to cost some funds. And, go ahead.
Yeah, initially, we had talked about it, and initially, when we had put in the budget, basically, I think what Chair DeSessa is saying is, it's coming in over the budget that we had proposed or initially. So, you know, we probably would want to look at that Civic Plus before we decide to approve the budget.
Because it will have an impact, the
Because it is
number.
more than what we
Mhm.
had initially set aside in both the annual and the renewal.
Yes.
All right.
So if we did it after, does it make a difference then? It would not, if we,
Well, it will if we don't have the proper number on there. It
We
will.
would just have to amend the budget then.
Yeah.
I know, but, with all due respect, we could amend the budget. But what we're sending out to the township, those are the numbers that we say it's gonna happen. So it's always gonna be on the back of our minds that we're gonna have to, make that change. So I'm just saying, why not do it now? That's all. And this way they can see the true budget as we're looking at it. If indeed it's approved, because there'll be discussion. It has not been discussed or addressed, but we'll see. So again, just for clarification, the only item that we're looking to move up to as item number 7, we'll go ahead and still label it new business, and it'll say A, and it'll be discussion of approval of contract for Civic Plus website development as proposed by the Social Media and Website Committee. Okay? It'll go there. And then we'll have item number 8 now. We'll move that to 8, and that'll be old business, and this is when we adopt the proposed budget for the coming year. And at this point, we can also have discussion and make any recommendations and changes that we wish to make at that time. And then we'll go back to new business, and we will discuss and approve the 2026 contract between Holly Township Parks and Recreation and Holly Little League. Okay?
Madam Chair?
Yes, sir?
I would like to add a discussion item to the agenda. I would really appreciate, I'd like to approve it tonight, but I didn't get any of the information out, so I think, I know we definitely need to discuss it. It's the creation of the digital communication coordinator position for the upcoming website and social media account.
Okay. Can we discuss that during the budget? Because we can change the budget at that point in time, and it's not on the agenda.
Okay, right,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
We'll just address that during the budget discussion, okay, to see if we wish to do that. All right, I think we can do that, but this one, because it is in the budget, that's why I'm recommending
Right.
it's to put that on there. But we will discuss it during the budget. Okay, is there support to make the change or amend the budget, amend the agenda respectfully, as motioned by Commissioner Earl? Is there support?
I support.
Thank you. Supported by Commissioner Carl. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Okay, so we've made some changes to the agenda. Madam Secretary, are the changes clear, or do I need to explain one more time?
It is clear. Thank you. I appreciate it, but it's clear.
Okay, all right then. So now I'd like to hear a motion, correct me if I'm wrong, Commissioner Wright, now approve the agenda as amended. Okay? Is there a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
I make that motion to approve the agenda as amended for April 8th, 2026, regular meeting.
Thank you, Commissioner Wright. Is there a support?
I support.
Okay, supported by Commissioner Earl. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so now we're going to public comment. And here, at this time, we ask members of the public to address the commission, and once they are recognized by the chairperson for items listed on this agenda only, comments may be made. Comments are limited to 4 minutes. However, the commission can extend this time by up to an additional 4 minutes by majority vote. Prior to addressing the commission, members of the public are asked to state their name, street name, and town. Seeing no members of the public here, we will move on. Okay. So now we're going to move one of the items under new business, and we are going to hear item A, discussion and approval of contract for Civic Plus website development as proposed by the Social Media and Website Committee. Now, there is information in our packet about their proposal, and with that, I would like to turn it over to the committee so they can describe to the commission what they're proposing, and then we can make a decision. Will it be Commissioner Wright or Commissioner Earl?
You can go ahead.
Okay, Commissioner Wright?
All right. The Social Media and Website Committee is recommending that Holly Township Parks Commission approve the proposal from Civic Plus for the development and implementation of an official parks website. The purpose of this recommendation is to establish a centralized, accessible, and official digital presence for the Holly Township Parks. This directly supports our goals of improving transparency, accessibility, communication with residents, and increasing public awareness and use of our parks. Currently, the Parks Commission does not have a functional website. Our primary method of communication is Facebook. While Facebook is useful and we will continue to utilize Facebook, it does not provide a centralized and reliable source of information, equal access for all residents, a structured system for agendas, minutes, and documents, or full accessibility compliance. As a governmental body, this is a gap we need to address. The committee is recommending the Civic Plus platform. It's not just a basic website, it's a government-focused system that includes a fully managed website for up to 25 pages, tools for the agendas and meeting minutes, event calendars and public notifications, online forums for resident engagement, ADA and WCAG accessibility compliance, secure hosting, staff training and ongoing support. And the implementation timeline is approximately 8 to 10 weeks. This platform is also used by over 13,000 governmental agencies nationwide, so it is a proven solution. Also, I want to be clear on cost. The cost is the initial investment of approximately $8,300 is different than what is in your proposal that you have in front of you. I made a mistake, and I would like to correct that. It's approximately $8,300. If you look on the quote, it is correct on the quote. It would be an ongoing annual cost of approximately $6,078 with a 24-month agreement and a 5% increase in year number 2. This also includes the hosting, all the security, the accessibility tools, and support. The committee's focus was simply not to find the lowest cost website. Our focus was to find a solution that meets governmental requirements, including accessibility compliance, secure hosting, data protection, document and agenda management, and ongoing support. Many lower cost options require us to piece these elements together ourselves, which increase risks, increase the workload, and in overall can increase long-term costs. As I stated, Civic Plus is specifically built for governmental use. The committee determined that this is the most efficient way to move forward and to get a compliant website in place without unnecessary delay. This is not just about a website. It's about creating a foundation for transparency, communication, and public access to information. Right now, we do not have that foundation. This proposal allows us to fix that. With this, I'd like to turn it over to Commissioner Earl if she has any further comments.
Actually, Commissioner Wright, that was very well spoken. You know, we've both gone through this quite a bit, and all three of us with Manager Blanchard as well. One of the things that we noticed was there's other things as well. The benefits are just kind of endless, but we really were looking for a platform that reduced, you know, that made it very simple to update, to keep current, and to allow the transparency. So I think this hits all of those. And as we get into the discussion with it, we can kind of talk about some of the other things. We noticed that there's a space for even logo creation, so that we can do right online and use it there or other places. So,
I have a ton of questions.
all right, let's hear 'em.
Okay. But first, I would like to ask the commission first. Or do you have any questions first, and then I will go next.
I do.
Yes, sir. Commissioner Carl?
The benefits sound reasonable. Is there any chance we could test drive it, see it in action on a screen?
You can look at the other websites.
Can we do that?
You
Is
can.
that available?
There's a list of.
There is a list.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have anything pulled up right now. However, I could do so relatively quickly if the commission would like that.
Well,
I think too that Nick, right?
Yes.
He would probably be willing to come and speak directly online. I think he's in Kansas or something.
I think he's in
He is in
Iowa.
Canada.
But you know, I think from past experience, he would definitely meet with the commission if you would like, and he could run through all those different options and stuff too.
Yeah. If I'm the only one that would like to see that, I could meet with you privately, individually. But I'm kind of like touchy-feely. I want to see what it is. It's costly. I'd like to see how it works.
Yeah, when we discussed it earlier, or later in the, I think it was fourth quarter last year, that's when we really had brought it out and discussed it the most. So this meeting, we were hoping, you know, to approve it, because we had the budget to deal with, and we'd already brought it out. We'd already had the discussion about it late last year.
Then I can say I'm unfortunate then. It's like buying a new car. I want to see it before I buy it. So I'm just reading words. I gotta be a little bit more emotional if I saw it. I apologize.
No?
No, you make a good point.
Did you have a chance to read any of the,
I actually didn't send that because the stack of papers was
Huge.
so large. I didn't think that even sending it digitally would be a possibility. I could bring it out if you'd like and share it, but
yeah, I can give you a couple of, this is kind of
Yeah, you
just.
can kind of see there.
And I can also, maybe on the, one of our emails, it goes into his discussion on the other local, because I feel like there's some local municipalities that they work with, and you could pull that up on your, you know, go onto those websites so you can see the platform.
I'm not sure it was a town or
Any other
not.
questions?
Those that-
Commissioner Hudson, any questions?
Is there a cancellation clause in this contract?
That's a good question. No, there is none.
I
None that I
didn't
can
see
see.
one myself.
No. There is an automatic renewal, and they do increase it by 5% in the second year. Here we go, here we
Yeah, I
go.
was gonna say,
It says automatic one-year renewal unless 60 days notice provided prior to renewal date. So we can kind of sort of see that as a termination clause,
notice
but I would like to
provided
see that a little bit more if the commission wishes to look at this. Okay, so.
That would kind of cover Commissioner Carl's question about what if we don't like the test drive on it and stuff like that? We have a way to get out.
But this first year, we don't.
Yeah.
This first year, we don't. The second year, we do, when we renew
Yeah.
this agreement, but not the first year. The first year, we pay the 8,000, and then the next year, we will have to make sure we get this date corrected, and we know what day. So let's say we approve the contract today, then it would be today's date, or whenever the website gets implemented. Again, it's not clear here as to what that starting date would be. So that's something that I would like to know, when the starting date is, so that we in turn, for the next year, will know exactly when that 60-day time
Right.
period occurs.
I'm sure that would be part of the implementation, part of it, and it spells it out. They're very organized. The implementation is very organized.
I know, but
Week
it
one,
does.
week two, so I know that they would be spelling out as we went through that phase, each phase, where the start date would be.
Yeah, it's all laid out very, very, very well in their proposal.
Well, I don't see the start date here. I do see how much things
Well,
cost,
there
but
wouldn't be a start date yet, Jane, because we haven't set it up.
well, yes, I know. I would like to see that. I would like to see the start date. And I would like,
It's a launch time.
right, this is just the launch. Okay, so as you can see, I have some concerns. Can I speak before you say anything? I have worked with this company before, and there are some concerns. But one is expense. And so my question to you all, did you all look at other companies? Can you tell me who they are?
We did. We reached out to Revise a couple times. Manager Blanchard, I know, spoke to a couple people from Revise.
How many
Those-
companies and who are they?
I'm sorry?
How many companies and who are they?
We looked at two. We looked at Revise and Civic Plus. Like I said, we're looking for a very specific list of qualifications and specifications.
Did you send out an RFP for this?
I'm sorry?
Did you send out an RFP for this?
We did not.
This was handled last year. Remember, we did this last year, right?
No, I know, but I was
And everything
waiting.
came up, and we discussed this all previously.
Oh, we did not
And so
respectfully, go ahead.
we discussed this, and I just want to get back to what you're asking for, the start date of the launch. We have not assessed anything, we haven't discussed it, so how we left it with the company is that we were going to present it to the commission, and then we would get back with them, and they would then come on with the implementation and discuss how the phases would go and what our proposed date would be.
Okay.
It's very organized. It's very easy to speak with this person. I think Manager Blanchard can, and I don't know really what your experience was and when that was, or what municipality or what state.
Many municipalities.
So, yeah,
They
'cause
they
they're
work
very-
with states, they work with all over the United States.
Yeah.
So Civic Plus is, I mean, it's known, it is well known,
Yeah.
and they do work in different states, as you all know, and I've dealt with them, working with other states. There are some concerns, but it's like that with everything. So this is what I would like to know, because I'm not sure what this contract is also concurring with. So you've mentioned that if this is approved tonight, then they're going to come back and they're going to give us some specific dates as to when this implementation is going to start, and then they're going to go step by step what they're going to do. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So then the next step that I want to know is, will they be not just developing the website? Will they meet with us and we can tell them this is what we want it to look like, the beginning of it? this is what, because we haven't really spoken as a commission, exactly, what we want on there. And the other thing that I'd like to do is, will they be the ones working on this and not us? Is that correct? Because we don't have staff to do that. To go onto the internet, I noticed that they do provide us with DNS and domain hosting setup. They do provide us municipal website, central starter, special district, whatever that means. So these are the different types of programs that we will be purchasing in order so that they can develop the website. And then the other question I have here is on they have what they call a municipal website central. That's this annual security fee. Is this, I see that it's included here, I believe, and in years to come, will that also be part of that? And is this the name of the firewall that they're going to be using for us to protect? Because that's going to be so important for us. I see Starter Cloudflare Tier 1 for security protection. So when they meet with us, I'm hoping that they will meet with us so that the commission can have a chance to talk about what they would like to see. And they will be developing the product. They will give us some dates as to when that occurs. And security is going to be utmost because anybody can
That's
come
why
in.
we are going, respectfully, didn't mean to interrupt, but
No, no.
the reason we went with Civic Plus is because of their emphasis on security and because of their emphasis on compliance with everything.
Yeah, because
all of these things, if there are questions, our contact person is more than happy to. We had several meetings with him. The committee that we had several meetings with him, and he gave us a lot of visuals if we were looking for that. He gave us a lot of options. But to your point of they are going to handle this, the answer is no, they are not. And part of our proposal, like Commissioner Wright had introduced earlier, is that we had proposed a part-time position, perhaps something that was going to be in collaboration with the person who was here or at the beach. If that worked out, then that would be great. But that's the person, along with Manager Blanchard, who would be doing some of the updates. There would be training involved, and that's why we were hoping that we could get the staff person hired, that RFP put in, so that at the very initial stages of this, the new person would be on board as opposed to someone else training that person.
So the other question I have, and it's not here in this contract, is let's say we're not pleased with this website and we're not pleased with the responses and services. Who owns the material? Who owns the website? Is it come back to us?
Well, the website is a collection of modules that's specific to Civic Plus. So we would own the domain name, we would own all of the content on the website. However, the specific modules, we would not. As a yearly.
So we would have to start all over again. If we were not pleased with their service, we would have to go back out again and seek another entity because we don't own their programs.
Well, if you don't like, if the commission does not like the Civic Plus product, I know Nick from Civic Plus explained to us that if we did have an existing website, they are able to pull from that website, so the transition would be, seamless. So, even if we decided not to go with Civic Plus in the future, whatever's on that website right now or at that time can be transferred from that website into the new system.
I would like that in writing, because I've had issues with that in the past, where their information, we do all the work, we put all that in there, and then they're not willing to work with us to make the transfer. And that has been a concern that I've dealt with in other communities when we hire entities. And it's not hard for them to just simply transfer the information to the new entity. I'm just asking that they be willing to do that.
Yeah, of course, and a lot of the questions you bring up are actually answered in that proposal sent out. So,
There's a book that's like
Okay.
this big.
All right.
it goes all through the implementation process, the design, the training, and everything to get the website up and functional. As Commissioner Earl said,
How hard is this?
Extremely organized, and Nick was entirely professional.
How hard is this to learn?
Well, it's designed, designed to be used by a person who is not IT, not an IT expert.
That would be me.
So,
But they must have
And I
some.
can kind of go into that a little bit, because I did bring some of this. The phased approach that they have, phased one, is the initiate and analyze, the kickoff email. The project manager will kick off the email. That would be our contact at Civic Plus. Introducing the Civic team, detailing the deliverables, providing high-level overview of the development process, including the tools and resources. There would be planning and scheduling to project timelines based on the project scope, because there's a lot of different options with Civic Plus. You can do a lot more than what we're proposing here. Customer deliverables, submissions, that means we would be responsible for getting the deliverables as it would be outlined by their team. And then consulting. Phase two would be the content implementation and the design creation, the sitemap creation. The development team will generate a sitemap with your input, existing website in preparation for content implementation. So we don't have an existing, so we would be going from the ground. Design creation and the content implementation, and then Google Analytics, which the website will be set up with a Google Analytics account, and then quality control would be discussed. The content development team to complete a quality control check to ensure proper content migration.
Mm-hmm.
Step three is, or phase three is to educate. It would be group training throughout the development, and after the launch, you and your team can access on-demand training, resources, and educational opportunities. Initial training is offered online to administrators and content creators or content contributors. Individuals can attend group training sessions in the weeks prior to going live. And then phase four is the launch. The Central Starter Project team confirms all the details that are necessary to take your website live, explain what you can expect on launch day. And then after final confirmation, the website will be made live and available to the public.
So are there extra fees? Let's say, for example, we hire someone and this person, for whatever reason, resigns. Will they charge us extra for training, additional training?
I'm going to say the answer is no on that. I
Is
don't
there a
know if
limit
it-
as to the number of people that can be trained?
No, it's called a group training. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing all administrators and content contributors could attend.
I know you can attend, but training, I don't expect Commissioner Hutchins to be trained on how to do the website, or Commissioner Carl. And besides, we have to be very careful as to who's going to be administering the website. We can't have everyone.
That
I would
was-
just limit it to those two people,
Exactly.
that we're looking at. We wouldn't want us, to be, there could be all kinds of problems
We
with
agree
that.
with
Yeah.
that Wholeheartedly, and
But,
that's why we had set it up with Manager Blanchard and potentially that part-time person.
But if there are changes in staff, and if any of our staff members are not working with us, would they continue to provide training at no cost?
You know what I mean, if there's a lot of turnover every single year we have turnover, I can follow up with Nick and ask him if there's any cost or if there's a maximum number of training. I mean, if turnover here at the park is something you're concerned with, I'll be happy to ask Nick.
Yeah, I am concerned about that.
Okay.
Because I've had to deal with that, where we've had turnover in staff, and even with our IT director, and then he or she had to get some additional training on the website, and there was no one, and we would have to go back to the company that we hired, and they charged us additional funds to provide additional training.
And I'm going to keep looking in this proposal here because on the proposal, before you includes number D, or letter D says staff training and ongoing support. So, and then the launch timeline is approximately 8 to 10 weeks, like Commissioner Wright had said. But I will find that part on here.
Is there
Commissioner
a
DeSenza.
person, so let's say, for example, the manager, or if we look at this IT person, has any questions or has a problem with inputting the data or whatever, is there a contact person that's
Of course there would be.
responsible?
That would be what
And
the
is there-
ongoing support would be.
And is there a charge for that?
No, it would be included in our yearly fee.
Okay. I'm sorry. I appreciate the work that you're all doing, and I know how important this website is. We need to get this done. We've waited almost a year now to get it done. I think it's very expensive, but I know that in today's world, things are, the cost of things are going to continue to go up and not down, so I do see that. The other question that I have is, does this meet ADA requirements? I know that we're facing a tight deadline coming up pretty soon. Does this meet ADA requirements?
That's one of the reasons that we decided to go with Civic Plus, was because of their ADA compliance.
Does it allow for other languages to also adhere to
Yes.
this? So people who have speak other languages can come and listen to this? Okay.
If my memory serves, and please, Manager Blanchard, Commissioner will correct me, but there's actually an option on the website that you can switch the language.
Okay. Yeah, that's usually how it works. You go to the website and you can see the language, and if you are disabled, you can also make some switches as well to that point. So that, and then also if you are hard of hearing, or if you're visually impaired, there's also mechanisms to make changes to that as well. So all these are all things that are coming up in accordance with the American with Disabilities Act. And I know that that's, so even though we all said, we wanted a simple website, it's not going to be as simple as is. We budgeted $6,000. This is now going to cost a total of $8,373. And
Which if Madam Chair would remember, I did mention back when we were discussing how much, or I believe last budgetary cycle, that it probably would be between $8,000 to $10,000.
but we only budgeted $6,000.
I'm aware.
Commissioner Carlin?
I'd like to motion that we table this, because some of your questions have already been addressed, and apparently you have more.
Well,
So-
I do, but at the same time, I know how important this is.
I
And
hear you,
and
but
I-
this is going to delay this meeting to what hour?
Well, I don't want to do that, and this is why this is going to affect the budget, okay? This is going to affect the budget. Now, here's what I propose. I understand how important this is, and more than anyone, I'm very anxious that we get this website started and begun, because many times, we need to get some things out into the open. We make some events that are out there. I don't want to wait anymore. And with all due respect, Commissioner Wright, sometimes you can't always place those items on a timely basis. I know you do your best, but there are times when you can't. And then not everybody looks at Facebook as well. So, and I know that we're doing our best to try to share. So timing is key right now. I will respect the recommendation by this committee. But again, I would like for us to take a close look at the ownership. When we go back and look at this contract again, the ownership of the data that's here, should we ever need to transfer this information? I'd like to see this as well. I'd also like to see the issue regarding firewalls, because it's very,
It's
very
in
important. I know it's in there.
We'll be happy to show it to you. What's your question about the?
Yeah.
Well, the question about firewalls is, so let's say someone is able to penetrate into the firewall. Who is responsible for addressing that issue? Will they be responsible?
They would be, yes.
Is that in the proposal?
It is in the proposal, yes.
Okay, because that's very, very important, because if something goes wrong, let's say for example, and again, I don't see this, but as we grow, for example, Commissioner, I know this is something that you may be interested in. We want people to register to play disc golf, okay? And we say, you can register online, and you can give us your credit card. It's not that simple, because under the law, if somebody is able to penetrate our firewall, as they call it, and they're able to get your information, then someone is responsible for that.
Which is another reason why we went with Civic Plus, is because they deal with 13,000 governmental entities throughout the country. Cloudflare is one of the most up-to-date and secure firewalls in existence. And although I understand your concern regarding the migration of the data, if we did go to a different service, it is all addressed in the proposal.
But you need to address it to us, Commissioner, because we're making that decision now. And so you need to tell us that it's in the proposal, that they will make sure that any data we give to them, that they will give back to us, that we are the ownership of any of the photos that we put out there, of any information that we put out there. It belongs to us,
Yes.
not to them.
We have discussed that, because in one of our team meetings that we had, it wasn't team, but we had an online meeting with Nick. And
You understand concerns. I'm not saying that our pictures are going to be so precious, but you never know. Again, it's all the work that the staff is going to be doing to compile some of the data, and then should we not be pleased with this company, then we're stuck and we have to start all over again, which I don't want to do. I would prefer that we have a seamless approach, and that this company is willing to work with the new company that we hire, because I've dealt with that issue as well, and it was not seamless. And that's unfortunate. We should have placed that in the agreement, and we did not. So we have learned from that mistake to make sure that that's on there. Like I said,
that would be something we can address easily. I mean, we can send that email out tomorrow morning.
we want to make sure the data belongs to us, that the information, that the firewall is all set.
The firewalls, though, honestly, if you want to look at that paperwork. you
I
can
will,
look at
I
the
will.
paperwork. The firewalls are part of the whole.
I would like to take a look at the entire
Because
proposal.
are you familiar with lots of firewalls?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah, well, that will be very familiar to you then.
Yes, I oversaw some of the largest IT departments in various states, so yes, I'm quite
Okay.
familiar.
Yeah.
Quite
Well, that'll be
familiar.
there, then you can see that. It's got a very detailed information about the security and everything. That paper I just gave to, it's part of the proposal. But yeah,
Okay.
it will be helpful to you then, to be able to recognize all those things. I do want to say the staff and administrator benefits that they had outlined was a low-maintenance tool for administrators to easily spotlight information share content and link to services to further promote local governments. And what they mean by that is inside of our website, if we wanted to discuss if we wanted to promote the baseball team, Little League's teams, we can have a link to the Little League website. If we want to, we can have a link to any of those things very easily.
And links are very dangerous in today's world. But yes, because we open the door for people
Well,
to come in.
that's why you go with a reputable company such as
Firewalls.
Civic
It still
Plus.
happens. It still happens, but yes.
Well, of course, there's no way to completely mitigate those
No.
risks. However, with Civic Plus, they have demonstrated a 99.9% uptime, which means 99.9% of the time, the data online is secure and available to be accessed by the public. Again,
I wish we had discussed this a little earlier, but I know.
Excuse me, Madam.
No, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Like I said, most of these concerns and questions are in that proposal that I sent out. I wish that it would be present, because it was a lot of information, a lot of good information. It answered pretty much all of our questions that we had. Nick did personally.
Good.
In addition, another good thing that I think we need to emphasize is because the beach season is coming up, and the days that we have to close the beach due to PFAS or weather days, things of this nature, can be pushed to the public so that if it comes up, they get a notification stating that there's something they need to see. So it's not just getting all the information
Oh, I
together
know.
for the public to access.
Oh, I know.
It's actually proactively getting people information that
And-
is vital to use the park.
And Commissioner, respectfully, I agree with everything you just said. However, it is in the 9th hour. I really wish you had brought it to us a little earlier so that we could get presentations, so that we could meet with the individual that you've met with, so that we could have looked at this proposal a little closer, so that we could make sure that it had ending, termination, agreements on the contract. These are things that are critical, but I know how important this is. I know, and respectfully, I'm going to respect your recommendation, and I know the work that you've done, but I would have preferred that you would have come to us a little earlier instead of the nth hour to get to this.
Well, we did present it last year, but I hear what you're saying,
Yes.
and here we are, but we did present it last year, Commissioner
Well,
Chair,
we talked
and-
about it, but you.
Yeah, we presented it, we did, and, I mean, we discussed it. If there were questions, I understand that here we are looking at it, and I understand your concerns. I do think, though, that a lot of the things are, contractual, and I can,
I am concerned about the contract, and since we have no legal at this time, it's going to be up to us.
to trust a
To-
team that has proven,
But
and I
so
hear
let me
that
ask you
doesn't
this.
seem like as much of a trust factor, though, than.
So let me ask you this. Did they give you references?
Yes,
And did
they
you
sure
speak
did.
with the references?
I did not speak with the references. I saw the references as a successful website. I don't think if they were disappointed that they would be continuing, and I certainly don't think.
You'd be
Nick would.
surprised. You would be surprised.
Okay, I'm happy to give you those references if you want to call those.
And it
I'm
would
happy
be-
to give those to you.
Nope, it would be too late.
Okay.
Did you speak with any of the references?
As Commissioner Earl stated, we went on several actually live websites from people or governmental entities who use Civic Plus. And as Commissioner Earl stated, if they weren't happy with their service, they wouldn't still be there and paying the money that we're asking to be paid. or
You would
they're
be
asking to
you would
paid.
be surprised.
So
You'd be surprised.
I
How
I
would you?
question that.
I question that as well. When
The
you
quest-
say
the-
you'd be
I think
surprised,
you'd be
you're
surprised.
insinuating that there's a problem and a fact
There, I
that you
think,
know
I
of?
think that, yes, I do know.
From what year?
Oh my God, so many years, because we've always,
What year
and
was the problems of?
so let's see, so the years I've been out, I've not worked in public administration for at least 2 years,
So,
okay?
I mean,
So the
things
years before
change,
that.
Commissioner, and I would respectfully hope that you would give this a chance.
And that's what
If
I'm-
you
that's
have
what I'm-
If you have questions, I agree. I think you should get those vetted.
But that's why I'm doing, Commissioner. I'm
Okay.
expressing my concerns, but I've said, I've expressed my concerns, and I have many concerns.
I hear that.
But I will respect your recommendation. I can assure you that there are other communities, and I will not mention their names, that have not been pleased. And there are others that have been pleased. But with everything, there is a plus and minus, so I understand. I understand. I mean, you can't please everybody. And I get it. I get that, okay? I get that. Again, I just wish we'd had a little bit more time, and I know how important this is, and I don't want to waste any more time, because we need to get out there. We need to get out there. We need to get our website. Our website itself is going to take a little while. It'll take a couple of months to get together, to be out there, and get developed. And we've got so many programs that we would like to get, promoted. And we're going to have to wait a couple more months to get it done. So the one thing that I would ask is that if this is passed this evening, I would ask that you have somebody from this company come and give us a presentation and allow us to see some of the things that we're looking at. I would have liked to see that here tonight, but that's okay. In the future, again, we are a volunteer group here, and that's why I respect your time, and I respect what you're doing. But obviously, there are concerns, and I'm doing my best to protect us as well.
Right, we all were,
Yes.
Commissioner. And
And Commissioner, just so you know, even though I've been away from local government for 2 years, I'm still very much involved with the day-to-day work. And when I worked in the last city that I worked with, we had our own IT department that did this.
my only question for asking, or my only reason for asking you that is things change, things improve, things
Oh, I know.
improve every year. And with IT, or with website design, or with firewalls, those things improve.
And they cost, and the cost continues to go up and up. So I'm just cautioning us all, this
The
is,
caution, though, is across the board.
okay,
You know?
Very good.
So if you're saying that the costs here are going up for Civic Plus alone?
No.
And the other companies are not gonna go up?
that's not what I said.
Okay, so if we can agree that it's always gonna go up, and if we can agree that we need a website, and if we can agree that we need ADA compliance and firewalls,
Well,
I'm not
we've
sure.
agreed, we've already agreed to all that before
Right.
this even came to us. The thing that I'm looking for is to hire a company that I know. I would have preferred a presentation from the company, but here we are.
I thought
And
the
I would have,
commission, excuse me again, I thought the committee was responsible for vetting that and then bringing the findings to the commission. That
Well,
was my understanding.
that was it.
I mean, I'm new, so I could be wrong.
Nope.
But that was my understanding.
But now,
And you appointed us.
yes, now we're looking, we're considering. Usually when you come up with an item, again, it's different when we're looking at processes, but okay, are there any other comments or questions? You know my concerns. Are there any comments or questions? Is there a motion? And I'm going to take a look at this here, because... So the motion would be to approve the contract for Civic Plus to develop a website as proposed by the Social Media and Website Committee at a cost not to exceed $8,000 $373. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion to approve the contract with Civic Plus as proposed by the Social Media and Website Committee for a cost not to exceed $8,373 for the first year.
Okay.
I will support.
Okay. So motion by Wright, supported by Earl. Are there any further questions on this matter? I don't have any other questions except to note that because this is going over the budget, we will need to amend the budget, and we will come back to the commission and see where we're going to find funds to come up with the extra
I thought we
2,300.
weren't gonna have to amend it because we had moved it up.
No, we have to amend. The budget's only at 6,000. We have to amend the budget because you're going over by 2,000.
Well, I'm not going over,
370,
but
yeah.
the Civic Plus is going
Yes,
over, correct?
it's going over.
Right. I thought, though, the reason we moved it, what was the purpose then of moving it, the new business?
Because now we're also, you know what, that's a good question. The reason we're moving it up, the item moving up, I'm sorry, is because also, and I should have, maybe I need an amendment to this recommendation. Here's where the new stuff comes in. So, so next year, second year, which is what we're going to be budgeting, there's going to be an increase of 5%. So we've only, in the proposed budget, we only have 3,000. In the proposed budget, we have 3,000. So if we change that, that new number will be, can somebody help me here? Calculator.
I mean, I'm not trying to, I just am confused because I thought that the reason.
No, I think we're going to have to amend the motion to add this to it. I apologize. And I'm just going to round up, okay? Because it's an extra $419. Is that correct? Is that correct? Did you check your math?
What math are you doing?
I trust you.
So you take 8,373.
400 bucks,
Yeah,
418.
200, yeah, we got the same, 418, okay, so 419. So if I add, so they have a recurring cost of 6,000. Okay, is the percentage, here, I don't know which the 5% goes. Is the percentage goes to the 8,000 or is it to the 6,000?
To the 6,078.
All right.
That would
All right,
be
so
the
then it
annual
would be,
cost.
all right, so then I would have to change that number then.
Approximately $300.
Okay, so, so in next year, we would budget 6,000, how much did you get, 300?
Well, I just
Okay.
used 6,000. Should I
Okay.
be using 6,000?
No, that's fine, so $6,378 for next year. So can we amend the motion to also add that, that the proposed budget for 26, 27 include costs for $6,378 for continuation of the city's
I
website?
don't think that would be proper, Madam Chair, because still in the discussion phases of next year's budget.
Okay, all right, I stand corrected, I stand corrected. Okay, all right then, but we will have to make that change when we look at the budget. Just, okay, all right, I stand corrected. All right, so motion has been made and has been second, because this requires funds. Madam Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Right.
Yes.
Hutchins.
Yes.
Carl.
Yes.
DeSessa.
I am going to be a very reluctant yes.
Earl, yes. This motion has passed.
Okay, moving on to the old business now. And this time it is to discuss adoption of the 26-27 fiscal year annual budget for Holly Township Parks and Recreation. So here's the point where we're going to be looking at our budget. It is very, very tight, as you know. I asked that we follow this form here. I fixed it for you, Joe. You can see the revenues and expenditures.
Mondays, we're looking at Mondays, chart?
Yes, it's the same. Mary did it again.
Oh.
So let me ask a couple of questions before we begin. Let's see if there's been any changes to our revenue. Madam Manager, starting with revenue, I know that I asked that you please take a look at what is the projected number for 26-27 from our treasurer.
I did reach out to Holly Township Treasurer Jen Ryan. She responded today that the taxable value right now is $538 million for the township. So based on the parks millage of 0.4739 from tax year 2025, the estimate revenue is $255,000 for 2026, 2027.
Okay. Please, let's keep track of that, that number for our millage, which is, we can inform our taxpayers also that we are charging 0.4739, is that correct, mills? So it's
0.4739, yes.
Okay, mills, okay. That's very important also in the budget, when we notify our residents what we're charging, because the most we can charge is half a mil, but because of Headley and Proposal A, it rolls back. Okay, so remember, when you took a look at our number, Commissioner Hutchins, if you look at the top number where it says taxes, we said we were going to look at potentially getting 252,000, and that new number is 255,000. Okay? Is that okay with everybody? If we make that correction, or update, I should say, not correction, update. All right, so we got a little bit more money. The other question I have is, Madam Manager, what about this fiscal year? The projected number is 240,000. Did you get an answer from the treasurer?
She did not, I spoke to her by phone this afternoon at 2:15. She said that the county settlement has been sent in, but they have not gotten any final numbers. They wait until the final accounting is completed, and that usually is the end of April or beginning of May. She stated the final numbers depend on any unpaid taxes and other amounts that influence that, but Jen did not state that she expected any change from the original figures.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we will leave the numbers as we proposed to 240. We're going to assume that that's the number that we're going to be receiving. Okay? Everybody all right with that?
Clarification, Madam Chair.
Yes.
You said 340? It should be 240.
240. Did I say 340? I apologize. 240. I'm thinking. I need more money. Yes, I apologize. 240. Thank you. So the number for 25-26 budget total revenue is $243,587. I'm just rounding off. And the new number for the proposed budget, which we will update, because this is the information that we will be forwarding over to the township. And how much of an increase was that? It's about 3,000? Is that correct, 3,000? So the new number will be 258,900. Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Great, okay. So we got $3,000 to spend. Okay. In this year's budget, we proposed some big increases when it came to salaries. We are recommending the addition of 2 part-time individuals to do both the center and the
Beach.
beach. And so they will be used in accordance to what the manager prescribes, and it is for 19 hours a week. And depending on where they're going to start and all that kind of stuff, we did budget at least at $15 an hour for these individuals. Come January 1st of next year, everybody's hourly, what is it, the
Minimum wage.
minimum wage, there you go, that's what I'm looking for. The minimum wage will now be $15 as of January 1st of 2027. So we're preparing for that, and so we did up it a little bit. But again, it's up to the manager, because I thought, you never know. And then, of course, the manager's salary stays the same. And just so you also know on this, looking at park salaries, okay, the 70,000, because it's a big jump. We're going from 45 to 70,000. All right. Now, if you'd like, I'm gonna say now is the time that we can comment, since we're talking about personnel. Commissioner Wright and Commissioner Earl has been talking about hiring an individual to do the website or to be the social media contact or whatever the proper term is. I'll hear from the rest before I say anything. Is that okay with you all? Can we utilize one of these two entities?
Actually, point of order there, I believe it was Commissioner Carl who presented that.
Okay.
About the digital media.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize, Commissioner Carl. Yeah, okay. So Commission, would you want that to happen, or are you looking for an additional person? Yes, sir.
Let's cut to the chase.
Okay.
Let's take the $3,000 we got coming, we're doing, and apply it to salaries. That way we can include with beach personnel and the other media person you want to hire. That way we aren't not going down through this whole damn list.
We're not going to go through the
Good.
whole darn
Let's
list.
add the 3,000 to that and we'll be done with it.
Okay. But, Commissioner, are you asking that we hire 3 new people or 2 new people?
Whatever's needed.
Okay, that's not how budgets work. We have to give a specific number in terms of how many people.
2.
2. Okay, 2 people then. And we will add 3,000 to this number.
Yep.
Okay. Is that okay, Commission, discussion, your thoughts on this?
Well, we had, as far as the digital media.
Digital communication coordinator.
There we go.
Yes.
Okay.
The dipsy doodle.
Yes.
There you go.
As far as that, we were, what did we estimate? Weekly, we were not thinking that many hours.
No, we were, I had a whole speech to give on that, but we were talking about 8 to 10 hours a week.
And what I'm looking at with
I don't
this
even
is,
think we'd do
this
that
is
much.
just a proposed budget. Let's just drop the $3,000 in there and we'll worry about it later on. 2 people later on, if we have to move our budget around, we'll do so. This is not the 10 Commandments.
If we can do that, then I'm
Yeah,
with you. That seems
that's
very
it.
easy.
Everything's flexible and agreeable.
If it's approved.
Yeah, and that's my motion.
Okay, so we're not making a motion, we're just, at the end, we'll make the motion, okay? Unless you want to make a motion every time you make some changes to the line item, we can do that too. Do you feel comfortable with that, Commissioner? You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay,
If everybody's
so-
in agreement.
So is everybody in agreement that we're going, if there's a motion has been made by Commissioner Hutchins to add 3,000 to park salaries and change that from 70,000 to 73,000. Is there a support?
I support that.
Okay, supported by Commissioner Carl. All those in favor, please say aye.
No.
No.
We're spending money. Roll
Oh,
call.
roll call. I apologize. We're spending money. Roll call.
Right?
Yes.
Hutchins.
Yes.
DeSessa.
No.
Carl.
Yes.
Earl. Yes.
Okay.
Motion is passed.
All right, everything else, the salary, Social Security, all that stuff, I think is going to stay the same. Audits and fees, we're done. Legal, is everybody okay with legal, or is there a problem with this?
I
'Cause I know-
think, given what we're facing, we've now got website development. I think this is going to have to be looked at years ahead. So no, I'm not in favor of $7,000.
Okay. So do you wish to remove this, or?
I do.
Okay, so make a motion, sir.
I'd like to make a motion, we remove the 7,000 currently appropriated for legal. Move that monies to either website development and/or where we need maintenance.
One or the other, sir? Where do you want it?
Well, we're gonna need it for a website first and foremost, because we just approved it.
Yep.
So, I say we move it to website development.
We don't have a line item for webs.
Yes, we
We
do.
do, we do, hold on.
We do.
We do, okay, so you want to move it to there? Okay. So 881,
Beach promotional.
so you want to move the 7,000?
Move to,
So, do I have, is this, can I
881.
ask a question before?
Wait, well, let me get a second, and then we can come. Okay, so there is a motion by Commissioner Carl to remove 7,000 for legal services and move it over to the website, 881,
correct.
and move the 7,000. Right now, we have a total of $3,000 budgeted for that, and
We're gonna need approximately 5,000, correct?
we're going to need
Come
about,
up to 8,000. We're gonna need
We would
5,300.
need $3,386 if my math is right.
so we can,
5% up from the annual cost.
the annual cost is about 7,000. The annual cost will be about 7,000, I'm just rounding up. It'll be about 7,000, so either you're going to add another 7,000 to the 300, which brings it up to 10,000, or you're going to just simply recommend that it be changed to 7,000. What is your recommendation?
Well, what was the 8,300 that I wrote down for website?
8,300 would be the first year cost.
Which is gonna come out of,
Yes.
Yes.
okay.
Mhm.
And then we have the 5% increase on 6,000.
Yes, which comes to
Which was 300.
6,381.
So, okay,
Mhm. So I said that approximately 7,000 is what I said. So you can either say you're going to add the, because we've budgeted 3,000 in there right now. You see the 3,000?
I do.
Okay. So if you want to take the 7,000 for legal, you're either going to move it to here and make it 10,000 instead of 7,000. What would you like to do?
I'd like to balance it.
So,
Um,
so you want to,
Help me here, how
reduce?
much money do we need to
You
move?
said
Of the-
6381? And
Yes,
it's 3,000,
6,381
so,
would be 5% up of 6,078.
so 3381 would be the difference. if I'm doing
So
that
the
correctly.
total would be about 7,000, just to round it off. Round it
But
off.
what he's saying is, he's trying to balance it.
I'm trying to
so with the
balance what
dollar-
we need for website.
Oh.
And that number is what I'm removing from legal.
Oh, so you're taking away, okay, so why don't we do
So
this way then?
3381.
So let's take 4,000 from the 7,000 and put it in here. So it
That's
equals
fine,
us
yeah.
7,000, and we have 3,000 left, if this motion is approved. So this motion is to,
Move 4,000 of the
Mm-hmm.
7,000 to item 881.
okay, gotcha. Is there a support?
Support.
Okay, supported by Commissioner Hutchins. Roll call, please.
Hutchins,
Yes.
Carl,
Yes,
Wright,
Yes,
DeSessa,
No.
Earl. So can I ask a question?
Yes.
Not yet.
You know what? Oh, goodness.
didn't ask any
We didn't ask
questions.
any questions. Let me stop, let me
I just
stop.
have a question
Let's
about
ask a
it.
question, please.
So this is gonna then leave roughly $3,000 in legal, correct?
Mm-hmm. No. Oh, are you going to leave 3,000 in legal? No.
that's what I said. I
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
balance
Ah,
the
you're going
money
to,
for
I
website
get you
development.
now.
And only
I
take
get you now.
4,000 of the 7,000.
That's what I just wanted.
I got you now. Okay.
Okay. Do we need to redo it, or
No,
can I
no.
just say, okay,
Mhm.
then I'm okay with that.
All right, so you're leaving 3,000 for legal, and you're taking 4,000 from there, and you're balancing 4,000 by moving it to community promotion for the website, and this number will now be 7,000 instead of 3,000, correct?
Correct.
Correct. Got it. Okay. All right, let's continue. Let's do the roll call again, please.
Roll call again?
Please.
Wright?
Yes.
Hutchins?
Yeah.
DeSessa?
No?
Carl?
Yes.
Earl? Yes. The roll call was for the same vote? Was for the same motion?
Was for the same motion.
Okay.
Yes, it was for the same motion. Because you commented, you had a comment, I just want to make sure.
Okay. yeah,
Commissioner
that was fast.
Hutchins, please,
Yeah, okay.
be patient, okay? This is very important. I'm not as fast as you are, all right? Thank you.
I'm just trying to clear my head.
I know you are. I know you are. Okay, so now, we have the other items that we need to discuss, and this is park repairs. Oh, wait a minute, there's another one. There's another big one. So we've budgeted 34,000 for park repairs. We have 10,000 for capital, and we have 30,000 for improvements. I thought there was another number that was higher. Here it is, 13, oh no, that's for the insurance, we can't change that. Okay, so let's start with park repairs. We are recommending a proposal of 34,000. What repairs would you like to see done in the next fiscal year?
I think we talked about guards for the trees and disc golf.
And I think that was what we were looking at for maybe SISMA, is that right?
Manager Blanchard.
SISMA, I have contacted Patrick, but I have not heard back.
But all they wanted was, if I recall, input on the construction of it or design.
Well, in the repair portion of it, we had already budgeted $1,000.
In this year's
for-
budget?
In this year's budget for the barriers for the trees. So if we want to go forward this year with the barriers for the trees, we could do that.
This year?
Yeah, I was just looking for. This The other things that had been talked about, though, there was a group of items that the commissioners had requested as well. So I think that, some of those things also need to be considered.
To the beach? Are you talking about the bathroom, or are we concentrating on Sorensen for now?
It doesn't matter to
Doesn't
me, but I
matter?
thought
Yeah, it
we were
doesn't matter.
under park.
Park repairs.
Park repairs.
Yeah, we just
So
put the other
we
one.
combined last
Combined.
year, right? The beach and Sorensen into one under park repairs.
Okay.
So, Commissioner Carl, you had a few things.
I did. Where do we fall right now, and what's left of our park repairs of our 33,500?
So we're running kind of tight. Again, I got to find out where we're paying for this, Madam Manager. We just spent 6,000 plus to do the fire, controlled fire. So that's going to reduce some of our costs.
But that's coming out of this
It's coming out of this
budget.
year's budget, but that's what he's asking. How much do we have in this year's budget so that we may want to do it this year? Is this
20,
correct? Is this the most up-to-date?
Yes.
Okay.
I have not received any new things
All
from
right, so under,
regional.
so if we look at park repairs, we have about 28,000, but I think we're going to look at less 6,000 because we've spent money for the controlled fire, so take 6,000 away from that.
Go down to 22?
22.
All right, we got money.
So
so 22,
in this year's budget.
okay.
All
And
right.
that means what you're saying there, just so I understand, is needs to be spent by June.
Needs to be spent before the end of June. So what I would like for us to do for this, if you guys don't mind, because I know Commissioner Hutchins is anxious, I would like to see some roof repairs. I'd like to repair the roof for this building.
Absolutely.
I just don't know how much it's gonna cost. Commissioner Hutchins, any idea? For the roof repair?
$2.
Is that right? Come
So-
on,
We don't have any bids on that yet.
I know,
would
just
say
a rough guess.
20,000
About
if we had
20?
to pay labor.
okay,
That's just a ballpark.
okay.
And we had talked about metal roof, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
We'll get rid of the PFAS.
Okay. All right, so we can at least, just like he said, just to guesstimate, 20,000 for roof repairs, and if we need more, then we'll have to go back and amend the budget. Anything else that we would like to see? Because we need to tell the public, what are we spending this 34,000?
Bathroom roof.
Bathrooms.
That seems
New
like
grills for
Okay.
the beach.
new what?
Grills.
Yeah.
New grills, oh, yeah, yes.
What do we
Okay.
need on the ball diamonds? The benches?
Oh, we
Oh.
would need new, yeah, benches are pretty used, let's say.
When I walked up there, some of the chain link fencing was,
Falling.
is that something that Malzak can,
Well,
Mel and Zach have done repairs of that previously.
okay?
yes.
We have some money in this year's budget that we may be able to do that this year, so not, it won't be a big ticket item. So I'm just looking for big ticket items to tell the public what we're spending here. I think this is something that I think is needed, and we just didn't get it done. We need to paint the pavilion at the, here at Sorensen. We painted every other,
Paint the what? I didn't hear you.
the pavilion?
Oh, the
Pavilion.
pavilion.
The pavilion,
Yeah.
yeah. What do you guys think? Yes, no? Maybe so?
And plus, we don't know what phase two is gonna cost, or when the bids come in.
Okay. All right, so
There's a
she'll.
big ticket item.
We've put 30,000 in there, again, we don't know what it's gonna be, but, so let's just say for park repairs, we're gonna put some money in there. 20,000 to do the roof. How much did they quote us on to do the paint work? It was a couple thousand, wasn't it? For the pavilion?
I don't remember.
They did give us a quote, though.
I know they did, but I can't remember what it was.
You think 6,000 would be too much, too high?
I think that's high.
High 5,000?
Do you want me to go get it?
No, that's okay. I just want to put some dollars into that. Let's just say 5, okay? And if it's less, it's less. But I know how expensive it is to paint. Okay, so, and then, so that's 25. Any other major improvement that you would like to see done here? What are some of the other things we talked about, Madam Manager?
Well, I agree with Commissioner Carl, though. After the rains of this past week, I do think that our driveway and parking lot and even improvements back to this lower level are needed. Our poor staff has to sit there 2 or 3 times a week when it's raining to hand dig those sections, especially where the new culvert that we just installed comes out and goes into the swamp. That's not fair. And when we had done the original interviews with the contractors, they all said that we should have started at the top of the thing. And now that we know that those are the major issues, having done down here, and we're still having some issues, I still think that we need to address those areas first.
Okay.
Because of the fact that that impacts every person who comes into this parking lot.
Okay.
And the roads. And the other thing is that we're relying on the village to do the maintenance on those roads.
And they're not doing very well.
Well, even so, I mean, that has been the understanding to this point. And if you were to drive there right now, and I understand that they certainly have had their own issues with flooding and everything else throughout the village, but I think the parking lot, the driveways have long been neglected, and we need to address those. And as we have seen from previous bids, it's going to be a very expensive item. And the other thing is that even though Commissioner Carl and Hutchins have proposed a road improvement, I question whether that is enough if we do need to look into an engineer. I know it's expensive, but the force of that water coming off of that long expanse and down over the thing is tremendous. And I just, enough knowledge and that to solve those problems.
I concur. I mean, I've read this proposal. What I would like for us to do with the money that we have this year, this is just my suggestion, is to hire an engineer, come up, have them take a look at this to make sure that we're doing everything right, and have a plan, and then next year go out to bid and then get it done right. And then perhaps what we can do under park repairs, we could bring this down to, let's say, 25,000, and then give the other 14,000, move it down to park improvements too, and increase from 30,000 to 44,000. What do
So
y'all think?
when you're saying engineering, would that include like an aerial?
That's part of it. They'll do an aerial overview. They'll take pictures to see what the, is it photography?
Now, it was recommended that if we could have the aerial photos done prior, that would be helpful to them, and Commissioner Carl did know someone that has a drone that might be willing to do that, or no?
It's a picture, yeah, he'll do it, but what you're mentioning,
Costs money.
there's a software that an aerial photo can measure by the inch your topography and the level of the soil.
The engineering firm would be able to do that for us, and they would do the drones and take the pictures and things of that.
I can get an aerial photo, that's for
But it has
$50,
to-
I'll pay him. You know, sky high showing our roads, but it's not gonna have any impact
See,
on
that's-
topography.
I know, that's why we need the engineer to tell us
I
that.
think what had been mentioned to me previously was the purpose of the drone thing would just to show the overall look, not the actual topography.
Yeah.
But just so that they have more of an idea of the land, you know, what it's,
Holistically,
yes, the whole picture of what we're looking
Yeah.
at.
And maybe if, you know, from that photo, if you can give that to an engineer and they apply their software, maybe it's possible
We can
to
ask,
do the topography.
we
'cause
can ask, in order to help us save some dollars, we can ask.
My neighbor will do it, he's got a fantastic drone, very clear pictures. In fact, he took the pictures of that Mormon church on fire, and he was contacted for having a drone in the air, which was ridiculous, but they're very clear, and some of them were on television. But,
Okay. So,
he'll do it.
let's,
One comment on the drone. Usually it's LiDAR. That's how they find hidden temples in the Amazon. It shows the actual topography under all the earth and the trees. Because you have to know what your elevations are. LiDAR.
Yeah, I don't know the process, it's a software, and if, again, the question is, if we just give a photograph, a video,
Wait.
can that be rasticized into topography? How's that work?
I have
So-
no idea.
so this is, this,
Engineer.
it rolled right off your
right,
tongue.
this is what I think. We can do that if you'd like, okay, it's not gonna hurt, but I know the engineering firm, they have their own software and equipment, and they would be the ones who take a look at it, but it wouldn't hurt to do it if we wanted to. You know, and he's gonna hopefully not charge too much, you know, that we could do that. It doesn't hurt. More information, I believe, is very helpful, so I have no qualms with that. But instead of looking at this, again, and this is, I appreciate your work, both of you, but it is your best recommendation. I'm gonna go with that.
From a non-engineer
From a
perspective,
non-engineer.
yeah.
And so I would like an engineer, and again, this is just me, and have them take a look at this so that we can get it done right. And then come back next year, and then they'll do the RFP.
I'd like to follow in your footsteps and find out what would it cost to have an engineer look at this.
Well, I want to take this 30,000 that we currently have. I think hopefully it won't cost more than that. I don't know. We have to check. We have to check. But for now,
I think the question for Manager Blanchard would be, we have this issue, we have this problem. Where we can take a video with a drone. Is that helpful to you? We're looking at an engineer perspective to help with our problem. And, you know, what is the engineering cost? That's all we need to know.
we can certainly contact a few engineering firms, and they can give us an idea. We can tell them, we're going to use this information that you've prepared, and we're going to say, these are the concerns that they've come up with. Here's a picture. You want to take a look at it? What do you think it would cost us to do this? And they should be able to give us an estimate, and we come back to the commission quickly, and then we make a decision. Okay, so, again, as Commissioner Hutchins has said many times to me, this is a proposed budget, and it is subject to change. So, do you all agree? Should we just leave the 30,000 as is and leave the 34,000 as is for park repairs? And again, or should we just reduce that to 25,000 and move the 14,000 down to drain improvements and change this to 44,000? You see what I'm talking about, everybody?
Is that eliminate, then zeroing out item 971?
971.
'Cause we're moving the 10.
No, we're leaving the 10,000 in there, and here is for equipment, and I think in this instance, for the 10,000, 971, I think we're looking at the acquisition of, think out loud, a lawnmower for the beach.
I got lost
I
in
did
the
too.
14,000, so can you go off? of
Yes.
I don't remember.
So far, when we talked about park repairs, we identified 2 projects, okay? And we said we need a new roof for the Sorensen Park, a metal roof. And we estimated, rough estimate, about 20,000 to do the roof, okay? And then the other one was to paint the pavilion, again, here at Sorensen Park. And we estimated it cost about 5,000, all right? So that's 25,000. Right now, we budgeted 34,000. So if you, again, I'm following footsteps of Commissioner here, if we take the 34 minus 25, how much do we have left? So take 34 minus 25, 9, I went over. So we take the 9,000 and move it over to the drain project, as I call it, for 30,000.
Is that 9,000 a negative or a plus?
No, it's a plus. We
Oh.
would change it from 30,000 to 39,000.
So you're taking, well, we don't know
I
that
just,
that's
my
correct.
question, it really,
No, we don't
so
know.
the beach bathrooms.
Oh, oof, we
and
forgot about the beach
benches for the
bathrooms.
ball field, I feel like that's gonna be about $9,000.
I agree. Okay, so then let's just leave it as is, and we'll leave the 34,000.
One point though,
Say,
the beach bathrooms, aren't they this year?
that's right, we have some funds, but we're running tight, manager. We could try, because remember, we've just spent 6,000, and then we just approved expense to do, what was it that we were gonna be doing besides the,
But it was 22, I think we had it down to 22, right?
yeah, we have right now in this line item, how much money do we have in this line item? Here it is, expense report right now, under park repairs, we have
930?
28, we're looking at 931, is that correct?
Well, we're
Park
looking
repair,
at 931.
28,000,
Yeah, we have about 28,000, but then we've spent 6,000 plus,
22.
okay? And so now,
22, I think.
so now we got 22. I think we should be able to do the bathroom repairs with that money and other projects, maybe do the resurfacing of the,
Let's get busy on some bids and we'll
Mhm.
see.
we get some bids. Okay. All right, so let's just leave the numbers
Let's leave it.
as is.
Yep.
Let's just leave it as is, and we will make the adjustments as come. The thing is, though, is we cannot just put numbers up there and say, what if? We need to tell the public, what are we gonna spend this money? What is it going to be on? And so we're going to tell them that we're going to spend,
When you say public,
Mhm.
I mean, park repairs is nondescript.
what do you mean?
It doesn't say we're gonna do a roof.
It is no, it is nondescript.
Yeah.
We just put that as a line item there, but we say, when we're putting the budget together, okay, we say, we give direction to the manager and
I
say.
know, but that's us. I mean, are you saying because we're being recorded, the public knows?
Well, no, if someone were to call the manager and say, what is the 30,000 for? Or what is the 25,000 for? She will reply, so far, we are looking at doing the roof, we're gonna fix the bathrooms, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Again, it's all pending
We have a
dollars.
list, sure.
But we have a list of potential projects that we're gonna do. We can't just say, here, we got 30,000, we're gonna fix whatever we wanna fix. That's not how this works, okay?
Understood, but for the budget purposes, we owe a meeting to the township to get this approved.
Right, and that's
And
when
we don't have
they're,
to tell them that we're doing a roof.
they will ask us.
Will they?
Yes, they will ask us.
Okay,
What are you spending the 30,000,
all right.
Manager Blanchard? What are
I
you
think
spending?
she's taking
What kind of
notes.
repairs are you doing? I mean,
Well, one clarification about this township deal. They're just supposed to look at our budget and make sure it's balanced. What we spend it on is our information.
That's the way I assume
And
it.
that's what, they always push us and say, oh, is this gonna be Tony Brinker's raise, or it's gonna be
Oh.
this or that? They're only supposed to look at the numbers to see if it's balanced.
Thank
What
you.
we do with our money is our business, not
Thank you.
theirs.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's what, they've overstepped their bounds over the years.
okay,
Good.
Yeah,
we shall see. We
Yeah.
shall see. But we must be prepared, should they ask us these questions. What are you spending this money for?
And I feel like our conversation is outlining all that.
It is, but the manager and we will be there and we'll answer the question.
And actually, all of the commissioners are invited to come,
Yes,
certainly.
and you can answer the questions too. But,
Okay.
but
I
that,
mean, are you feeling like we're not doing that?
no, oh,
Okay, 'cause
no.
I feel like we are doing that right now.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
No,
just
we are.
checking.
Oh, no, I'm
I
sorry.
didn't know
No,
if
no,
we
no,
were
no, no.
missing something.
No, no,
if
no,
we
we're,
weren't doing something.
I just want to make sure that we have some direction and we know what these funds are for. And because, Commissioners, please know that this budget is not a guess, it's not a savings bank, these are the projects that we said we were going to do, and this is where we stay. Now, things can change, okay? And they have changed. And we're going to be bringing together in the next few months where we make some budget amendments, because we've gone over some line items, and we don't want to do that. But we must stay within the monies that we have, and we must stay within the current projections in terms of revenue, okay?
Understood.
All right, excellent. Commissioner Hutchins, I see you're, all right. So now, we're going to leave the numbers as is for now. We've given direction in terms of what are some of the projects that we're going to do. The overall proposed budget for this coming fiscal year, 26-27, is a total of $258,900. And the expenses are the same for this coming year. And we're looking at making improvements, continued improvements to our drain projects. We're also looking at hiring some new staff. We're doing some improvements to our website. We're also making some capital improvements to our roofs here at Sorensen Park. We're doing, let's see what else, a painting of the pavilion. Do you see where I'm heading now, so that the public can see
I
what are
do.
your monies doing?
I
What are
will-
we going?
I'd like to correct, you said that our expenses will remain the same. We just
No,
modify.
they will balance. We will balance. Thank you for the correction, sir. So we have a total revenue of $258,900. Our expenditures are going to be the same. And we need to make sure that when we give all this information to our accountant, that she sticks also at $258,900. And I think we balanced it. So,
I guess I'm still questioning.
Sure,
We
no, no.
added $3,000 to park salaries. We changed legal, we moved $3,000?
We moved $4,000.
$4,000. I think that's what, I think,
Yes, and that's what the manager will say. But just for clarification, again, I'll just go over one more time. Okay, so the 3,000, we've changed salaries from 70 to 73,000. Okay, we've reduced legal to 3,000.
correct.
We've changed community promotion to 7,000.
Correct.
And then
All else stays the same.
everything else stays the same?
Correct.
So now we just
Thank
got to
you
make
for
sure the
the-
numbers balance, okay?
It looks like they do.
I think so too. So, but the bottom line, the number is going to be the same as the revenues. That's where the balance comes in, and the total expenditures will total to $258,900. And that is a directive that we will give our accountant, because we need to present this to the township tomorrow. And that's what, it won't go any higher than that. Yes, ma'am.
It's at the township meeting is tomorrow?
No.
But the township needs to have that information tomorrow so they can submit it to their attorneys for review before their board packet goes out for the meeting that's next Wednesday.
And next Wednesday is the meeting that you were saying we could come to.
Correct.
What time is that meeting?
That is going to be at 6:30.
6:30 on Wednesday. Okay.
And I'll work with the manager in preparing a letter like we did last time. And the letter, again, will indicate what our total revenues and expenditures are. And now that I know our total mills as well, that's going to be key, because that's what we're charging our taxpayers. And that's 0.4739 mils. For the public, we've been authorized half a mil. But again, that number changes, and it's changed due to Headley and Proposal A. So it goes back and forth. And I believe that is it, but I will elaborate, just like we did last time, and I'll explain that last year's budget from 245,900 has gone up to 258,900, and that's a certain percentage increase, and here's why. And that's what we're doing. Okay?
So just to clarify, next Wednesday's date is the 15th, if any of the commissioners would like to come to that meeting at 6:30
Okay.
for the township. So the other thing I would like to clarify, just for my own, so the amounts under improvements Part 2 and 971 for this year, because we are not completing the drain project, some of that may go to possible engineering. Has that been voted on?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
But if we were to not spend that amount, I believe you had said that that then goes to the fund balance.
It does.
And then it can be applied also to the driveway project for next year.
Yes, and that's when we come back, because we're not going to do it right now because we don't know what that number
Correct.
is. So then we can amend the budget at that time. And if we have to take the funds from the fund balance, then we do that. Okay, but when we take monies from the fund balance, and that's when we changed our bottom line, that has to be approved. We have to take it to the township to get that approved. If we change the bottom line, that has to be approved by the township. Okay? So we'll see.
So just, the only reason I wanted that clarified is that for next year, if we're doing the road project, we're not necessarily restricted to 30,000.
We are restricted to 30,000. However, we can amend the budget. So if we need more funds, we can do that. But
But including part of
Including-
what you might transfer to the
yes,
fund balance
we
of this
can.
year.
Yes, and that's when we come back together and we make that decision and we amend the budget. Okay? Because the budget is a plan, as Commissioner Hutchins knows. It changes all the time. Even the minute I turn this in, it's going to change, because something can happen, you never know. But for now, this is our best proposal that we're going to recommend to the commission, or to the township board, the trustees, and then we'll see what happens. Okay. And one more thing before, because I want to make sure the manager brought something up that's really important. Commissioners, do we need to take a vote? Because I know that once, I want to make sure very clear that we're giving direction to the manager to seek an engineer to take a look at this project. We don't know how much it's going to cost, but she will come back to us and come up with whatever price she's able to find. And then at that time, hopefully within the next 2 months, we can get that done. Hopefully less than that. It shouldn't take that long. Should be able to find an engineer within a month by next meeting and bring that to you for consideration. Is that okay?
It's fine with me.
Is that
We need to hear
a
about it.
motion?
Do we need a
Somebody make a
motion?
motion and we'll direct it.
Okay, let's make a motion.
You making the motion?
I will be happy to make that motion, that we direct the manager to solicit an engineer to take a look at our roadway improvements, or is that correct? Roadway improvement? And then bring this back to the commission for formal consideration. Look at engineering firms.
May. So we would have approval of that in May. How does that impact our window
It's
to
gonna-
implement the project?
We could have a
So-
special meeting.
When I looked at this previously, so Commissioner Hutchins and I spoke about it today, and the amount that we had looked at, it was going to be the end, no, sorry, first week in April. I'm like Commissioner Hutchins, I
What are
got
you
too many
looking
papers now.
What are you looking at?
So
Well,
Commissioner
James knows when Little League
Carl,
starts.
Oh,
And then take away a week, because they practice. So when does your
yeah, I
spring
have it right
end?
here.
Okay,
So, according to Aaron, spring season ends June 19th. Fall season starts August 3rd. So, we had looked at the idea of doing the proposals to be submitted by April 30th, 2026. Approval of proposal from the commission would need to happen by May 8th, 2026. The completion phase 2 excavation project, the end date would need to be July 27th, which would be a Monday, to allow for the beginning of fall season by August 3rd, giving them a little bit of time
Practice.
for rain days or whatever.
practice, I think it was.
Pardon?
Practice.
Practice?
They practice and then they start their,
Well, he
Early.
just told me that they start like the 3rd.
right.
So that was the date I'm going with.
okay.
That sound
Comment,
right?
Commissioner?
That sounds right.
Okay, now, if we wait another, unless we do a special meeting, but if we wait till next month's meeting to approve the
Engineering.
engineer, are we allowing enough time for bids, proposals for excavation?
I'm kind of doubtful about it, just because the other thing you have to consider is that those contractors doing the roads, they're gonna be getting their schedules lined up, right? So if we,
Is the, could we do any of that coinciding? You know, could we,
I don't think we have enough time. I think this first phase would be to get the engineering this year. Take the 30,000 and see if we can get some engineering firms to take a look at that at this point. And then whatever they come up with in the next fiscal year, and we'll make sure that we don't interfere with Little League, we can then look at doing the
but
drainage
the
project.
next fiscal year begins July 1st.
July 1st, right.
So they would have basically three and a half weeks,
Why?
right?
Oh, you mean because of
7/27.
Little League?
Yeah.
No, well, yes,
Uh-huh.
the start of Little
Mhm.
League, yes. It
When-
July 1 through
When
July
is the
27.
last day of Little League in the fall?
Fall
October
season,
something.
October, the second week of October.
Yeah, so they still have, contractors would have time to finish that before winter comes in, before the frost. October, November, December.
So you
October
would
and
think
December.
that they could complete the project from October to November without
That's
starting
why I
in
would talk to
July?
that's why I
The
talked to the
July.
contractor, say, here's the end of season, but we wanna get on your list for the end of the season now.
Right,
Yep,
That could work.
And
We wanna be
coincide
first.
with the, whatever we need to do, and
Right.
then we'd have
Right.
everything to give
Yep.
them.
so
right.
we can do it, we still have time from October, November, and December to do the road project.
Mhm. Okay,
Okay, so that changes this timetable then.
Huh?
Correct.
This changes this timetable then for the contractors, right?
Because we would
Correct.
just be taking it from only doing, during these dates, only doing the engineering phase.
well, you know what I would suggest, Madam Manager? Why don't we we will explain all this to the engineer, and let's see what they tell us, okay? I would
Okay.
say that, okay?
So then the time frame then for the manager is gonna be, so are we putting an RFP together for the?
So because of the time frame here, what I'm gonna do, with all due respect, is I'm gonna use this here as our RFP, okay, for the engineer. And it's simply gonna say, we're gonna go out for bids, we're not gonna ask for proposals, we're gonna go out for bids. And I'm gonna give them this report here, and I will fix the dates here, and then say, we're looking for an engineering firm to help us prepare this project. That's what I'm gonna do. And then we'll just get bids, and this is for professional services. We're not asking for them to construct it. It's just a professional service contract, nothing more. Does that make sense to you all?
Yes.
Okay? They're not gonna
Sense to
be
me.
constructing, just professional services. And in some cases, and when we develop our policies, then we can make some improvements. Because, yeah, I know, I'm hoping that the engineering person or companies that will take a look at, because we're lucky, we have quite a few here, we should be able to get some good bids. But we will use this, if that's okay with the manager, to help us in the preparation, and we'll send this to them, and we'll have the dates behind that. And we're looking for professional service to complete,
I was just gonna say,
To
do
develop
we
a-
need to adjust?
we'll do. We'll edit.
Okay.
But it'll be for this as recommended. Is there anything else, Commissioner Hutchins, that you want to add to this before? Okay. Commissioner, you're okay with this? Anybody else that's seen this? Anything else that you'd like to add? Okay, again,
The only thing that I don't know that it's, I'm sorry, is
So
the
the-
aerial information stated in that?
let's talk to the engineers, see what they're saying, because I don't, time is of the essence.
Wait, it wasn't the aerial thing and the topography,
Well, the engineering firm should be able to do that for us. I don't
Is
want a
that
picture
inside?
just, no, that's why we'll have to add that. We will add that
Oh,
to
okay.
that. We'll add
I
that.
didn't know that was said.
I don't know if your picture does topography.
I don't
Well, why
know.
don't you ask him then, and then we can.
He doesn't know. All he knows is how to take a picture.
Oh, well, then never mind then. Yeah, no,
He
we
doesn't
don't.
have that software.
Yeah, we don't need that. We need the aerial picture that that the engineer is working on. They
But
will,
I'm just saying, should that be in what,
yes, in
So-
the proposal that okay, so my motion is,
What if the engineer says, we don't need that, we'll put boots on the
then
ground?
we don't need it.
So I wouldn't say it's required that we have an aerial.
No.
I
we-
give the engineers we tell them what we want. They
Exactly.
come back and
And
say,
they recommend what they are gonna
Exactly.
use to get to this thing.
Yes.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
kinda like going to the
is
doctor.
that, I just didn't know how it would be stated, if it needed to be in that.
If needed,
or
they'll tell
whatever,
us.
it would-
They'll tell us. Okay, so my motion would be to direct the manager to work in seeking professional services for an engineering firm to develop a plan for road improvements. Okay? And we will bring it to you as quickly as we can. all right?
support.
Okay, motion made by Commissioner DeSessa, supported by Commissioner Carl. There is money involved in here, so we didn't give a dollar amount. We have 30,000. I don't think we're gonna exceed that amount.
Hopefully, we're not gonna come anywhere close.
I know.
As well, I'm
If
just-
it does, then we're really up, So For now, let's just not put a dollar amount. We will come back to you. We will not approve anything without your permission, obviously, but we know that we cannot spend more than 30,000. I don't think it'll be that. Please, Lord.
So this is just motion to direct manager to seek professional services from engineering firms
To develop a plan for road improvements for, we can be specific, Sorensen Park.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So that motion was made by myself, and it was supported by Commissioner Carl. I'm going to go ahead and ask for a roll call anyways, okay? And we do know that there are some funds involved here. We just don't know the exact amount, but that will come back to the commission for approval. All right, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Wright,
Yes.
Hutchins.
Yeah.
Carl,
Yes.
DeSessa,
Yes,
Girl, yes, that has passed.
that has passed. Okay, so we've given her direction now. And, okay, so any other questions as it relates to the budget? We had some good discussions here. The only other comment that I would like to make, and I want to express my appreciation to the two individuals that sent us their emails. I would like for them to know that we are looking at some improvements in our parks. We are looking at maintenance, and we're going to be probably doing some of those maintenance improvements in this year's budget. We're looking at perhaps making some minor repairs to our bathroom facilities at the beach. We're also looking for, and when I say bathroom improvements, they could include the toilets and the floors and things of that nature. And then also making some improvements to the shuffle, what is it called? I call it shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard
Is it
court.
shuffleboard? Okay. And other minor things that we may be able to do. So improvements, we'll do as many as we can within our budget that allows us. Yes.
Question, Mark, is it
Cornwell.
Mark Cornwell, he had talked about considering the sugar bush maples. Is that a time-sensitive thing that we would want? Is there a certain time of the year that we would want to do that?
Oh, that's a
And
good
if so,
question.
is that now or in this budget? or-
Actually, trees are planted now.
Okay.
In fact, I have some coming this week. So, yeah, it probably would be a fall. And if you wanted to go more than the 10 seedlings that I have already come, he and I had looked at a company, and I think you can get quite a few for like $45 or something like that. So if you think that this is something you want to pursue and you want more than 10 seedlings, we can look into that as well. And we have had an outreach by I believe they're Cub Scouts, not Boy Scouts, troop looking for a project. So this might be something that, that and seed planting might be something that might be of interest.
that'd be
to,
great. Yeah,
them.
that'd be excellent.
One comment, I plant a lot of seedlings, and you're gonna lose 10%,
Oh,
usually, 10%.
so you think we should ask for more then?
I would.
Okay.
So where is that gonna come? Would that be in improvements too, in line item 984? Would that
I
be
think we were looking
Park.
at,
Probably improvements, right?
we have a little bit of money in there still left that in this year's budget, might be able to do it there. We'll look at that budget carefully. And
Did
see
you
if we
say
can do it this year.
$45?
Yeah, I can't remember for sure, but it was very inexpensive for quite
Petty
a few.
cash?
And then anything else that we might need to,
Probably some soil improvement might
Yeah.
help.
right?
Okay.
The
But
big-
we do have a lot of really nice.
Soil.
equipment at the end of the
We
week.
have a lot of
biggest thing is
soil.
when you plant a tree, because we're also out here in a gravel pit, is you're gonna make a hole about this big, and you're gonna backfill that all with good topsoil from out there, the
Yes.
organic stuff, and do it right.
Ah,
And
Boy Scout
I
or
was
Cub
planting,
Scout.
that might eliminate Cub
Do it right,
Scouts.
Cub Scout.
I
They
was
might be
doing-
able to get the original hole done, but
Oh, yeah.
they're going this big.
The more the better.
Come on back.
No, I
guys,
agree with you. I mean,
I planted 35 apple trees on my farm, half-inch caliber, 5 feet tall.
Aw,
You still lose
these
10%.
are like 2 feet.
Yeah. And they also
Very
have to
tiny.
be protected from the deer. 'cause you-
Yes.
So
So
there
you
are
gotta
some, a
build
few more
wire
expenses.
cages over those
The
quite
wire
high.
cages.
So let's look at that budget very carefully.
Yeah, because the wire cages would add up, I mean, maybe a couple $100.
We do
though.
have some fencing here, though.
Well, what you use is, we got a bunch of farm fencing and T-posts, and that's what you
Yes.
do. And you do it about 8 or 10 feet tall. But then in the fall, you gotta keep the grass away from it, because the voles will kill the tree. They'll eat the bark around it and it's dead. Anybody can plant a tree, but you gotta make it live.
Yeah,
So-
do you, well, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't, I mean,
That's
like,
fine.
obviously, we have to amend the budget, and there is some leeway, and I'm not gonna mention the line items out loud, but we have some leeway that we could potentially use, okay?
I'd like to do that if that was, you know,
Mhm.
between, and then, you know, Tammy Burgess had said hiring to control invasives. We have talked about a plan for that. And then I didn't write the rest of her request, but it was to maintain, I think, the buildings.
Mhm.
So we are
We're looking
including
at
those
that.
things. So just to your point of
Right.
the people,
Thank you.
know,
Yes,
wanted to address that we.
very, very important. You know what, just, Commissioner, just so you know, in terms of the trees and stuff, this is what I'm looking at, that we have not touched. We have 1,000 in disc golf, and that's for tree repair. So maybe we may use that.
I would not,
No?
no. No, I would not. I would use that for disc golf and not for this other project.
I just don't think that's enough for disc golf, what they're asking, but, okay. All right, well, then we have to find somewhere else, and you're gonna have to be very tight budget, Madam Manager, even tighter. Okay, so maybe we won't do the shuffle. But we'll see what works, okay? We will balance, and we will come before. Okay, so now it's the big question, and the big motion is, may I have a motion from the commission to adopt the 26-27 fiscal year annual budget for Holly Township Parks and Recreation? And I don't know, do we need to put a number there in terms of total budget of $258,900? Is that the number that we're looking for? Okay,
Yes.
all right. Is there someone who can make that motion, please?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, thank you, sir. Is
A
there?
motion that we adopt the 2026-2027 fiscal year annual budget for the Holly Township Parks and Rec, totaling
$258,000. No.
$255,900.
Nope, $258,000.
$258,900.
$900, correct?
Correct.
Correct? Okay, thank you. Yeah, because we added 3,000.
Second?
Is there a support?
Support.
Support by Commissioner Wright. Okay, so may I ask for a roll call vote, Madam?
Madam Chair?
Yes, sir.
Point of clarification. You had let me know in the beginning, when I voiced an objection to the agenda, that I was able to talk about the position that the Social Media and Website Committee was going to do. I waited till now to do it because there was no motion on the table.
I thought we added some money for that position.
Well, that was for two. We never did talk about the creation of the position for.
That's correct. Yep.
Oh, Lord. I just assumed, and this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I assumed that one of those positions would be that individual. And that individual, besides website, because I don't think they're going to need 10 hours a week doing the website, with all due respect. I do not see that. I do not see that.
It's not just for the website, though, just
No.
to clarify, it's
Yeah.
the social media, it's uploading all the pictures. It could be 45 minutes every time they do it.
It will
or
be.
an hour every time they do it, but it's every time they do it, it's not just gonna get uploaded.
We don't have that many events here, Commissioner. We don't. We don't.
It might not
I-
be that much, but
I would also say that we're making a new position, a titled position, and it has to go up for a vote. Because
I
we
would
got
agree.
beach staff, we got maintenance staff.
Okay.
We have a manager, that's all staff, and now we're gonna add a new title to Holly Township Parks and Recs.
So,
And I think it should be voted on, like you state.
All right
That
then.
will- that
Well,
will-
so then let's vote on both positions, new positions then. The first position would be for, what do you want to call it?
The digital communication coordinator.
And will this person also be able to do other work besides the internet? Like do some work around here and help us maintain?
Absolutely. However, if I was able to go through what I wanted to go through.
You can. If you'd like to, sir, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
if-
Why don't you
if
go
you
ahead and do
don't
that?
mind.
No,
It
not at
won't
all.
be that long.
Let's do that.
Because it is kind of important, especially to
No,
your
no.
point
Mhm.
about the
Right.
security and about the things that you were concerned with. I feel like this
Yeah.
is,
Okay, no, let's do that. Let's
Who's
do that.
responsible for that position?
Okay,
That position.
go for it. Yes.
All right, the Social Media and Website Committee is recommending that the Holly Township Parks Commission approve the creation of a digital communication coordinator position to support the Parks Commission's website, social media, and public communication efforts. The purpose of this recommendation is to ensure consistent, accurate, and timely communication with the residents of Holly Township. As we expand our digital presence, including the development of a website, it is important that we have a dedicated role responsible for managing and maintaining that communication. Currently, communication responsibilities are informal and distributed. This creates several challenges: inconsistent forms, limited ability to respond to public engagement on commissioners and staff. The proposed digital communication coordinator would be responsible for maintaining and updating the park's website, posting and maintaining social media content, publishing agendas, minutes, and public notices, promoting park events and programs, responding to public inquiries and engagement, and ensuring content remains accurate, timely, and accessible. This role would serve as the central point of coordination for all public-facing communication. This position is proposed as a part-time role. Estimated compensation that the committee would suggest would be in the range of approximately $18 to $25 an hour, depending on experience and qualifications. Final scheduling and budget impact would be determined based on operational needs. As the Park Commission expands its digital presence, including a website and increased social media activity, communication will require consistent management. Relying solely on commissioners or existing staff is not a sustainable long-term solution. This position ensures consistency in messaging, improved public engagement, timely updates and information sharing, and reduce administrative burden on the commission. It also supports our broader goals of transparency and accessibility. Website alone is not enough. It needs to be actively managed. This position ensures that the tools we put in place are used efficiently and consistently. So at this time, I would ask for the Commission's consideration and approval for the digital communication coordinator position as requested.
Can I have one question?
Yes.
Do you have like a maximum amount that their salary would be, or?
All we have right now is $15 an hour.
Right.
That's what we budgeted.
That's what we were talking.
Okay.
And like I said, Commissioner Earl and I discussed, it would be a part-time role. And if we want to use existing staff to do so, I don't see a problem with that. I just want to make sure that the compensation matches what they're doing, because this isn't just, this is specialized, and it should be compensated as such.
I know, I can see this growing, but I guess for me, with all due respect, we need somebody to help us maintain these facilities. We're losing 3 people that helped us to maintain these facilities. If we now reduce it down to 1,
why are we saying that we would reduce it to 1?
well, you're saying that one of the 2 positions is going to be this digital coordinator. What is the other one?
But we were suggesting that,
I thought they were suggesting that this is gonna be a third position.
You're suggesting that it be a third position?
That would be what I would be suggesting.
Well, then we cannot
That
afford,
was the proposal.
we cannot afford this. With all due respect, commissioners, we can't.
Well, I mean.
I mean, you
beg
you
your
can-
pardon,
Well,
but
respectfully,
just
Madam
one quick
Chair,
second. You were
I'm-
pretty quick
going-
to say 30,000 and something else was like, give or take 30 grand.
No, no,
But now when
but
it
I know
comes
the
to
I know
this-
the salary number, that's why.
But the thing is that I'm not sure, but it feels like we could say, while you're addressing the
Oh,
digital
okay.
media, you would be being compensated in this way. And when you're working at the,
But that's not how it's being proposed, okay?
but that's what we're discussing right now.
Mm.
Are we not? I'm asking.
I know, I'm trying to understand, okay? I'm trying to understand. So my understanding is that he's recommending, you both are recommending that we hire a digital
Digital
communication coordinator, digital communication coordinator, okay? And you're saying that it'll cost anywhere between $18 to $25 an hour. I don't know how many hours we're looking at. We've budgeted in this year's budget, okay? In addition to 6 park people for the summer to do the beach, our 2 maintenance workers that are here, and then, and we're losing 3 people to help us maintain both facilities. That's what I was recommending, those 2 positions. What I'm asking is that, I just don't know where we're going to find some
Okay,
more
just
money.
as a- So if you're saying $18, and I'm going low just because, at like 10 hours a week?
Yeah.
Is that what you're
That would
proposing?
be what we be.
So
Yeah,
that would be 180, correct?
yes.
And then times 4 weeks, and then I'm going 10 months, roughly, give or take. We're talking $7,200.
And there's,
And
you also,
I'm guessing that is probably going to be more, depending on, especially if they're working into that new program and that, it's probably going to be more than 10 hours a week.
Initially, probably, because
Correct.
there's gonna be the training involved.
Yeah,
plus, we have to take into account taxes and things of that nature, so I would,
Social Security.
Social Security, so,
Yeah, I think these are expenses that go along with having the nice things. If we're gonna have a website, we certainly don't wanna present ourselves and not have it updated.
okay.
If we have, if we spend the money to have the website, then we have to be able to
And the other
maintain it.
thing that I think that could go hand in hand with that, and this is a stretch, but if we start getting more programs, we start getting more people engaging with the parks, then it's more reasonable also that we could go out and start looking at a millage increase. Or that if we could start promoting the idea of that collaborative effect, where we could get more money coming back from Oakland County, or maybe the county could assist us in some kind of way, that could offset maybe some of the expenses of this position.
Oh, my God, that is a
mean,
big
is there-
if, that is a big
I
if.
totally agree.
A big
I
if.
totally agree.
And they're already putting their budget together. So I don't see us getting it in this coming fiscal year. But let's stick to the point. Commissioners, we have 2 new positions. My understanding was that we were looking at these individuals to help us maintain the facilities, and that one of the positions could potentially also help us maintain the website, the website. And so, but I'm not looking for 3 people. I'm not. This is just my opinion. So let's vote.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be 3 people.
Right.
It doesn't have to be 3 people, but we are introducing a new position because there's a new,
Okay.
like Commissioner Hutchinson said, there's a new thing. There's website now.
So
And
you're
there's social media
recommending,
that hasn't been, to your point,
Right.
hadn't been being, to your, I don't know, because I'm not on it, but
I would not recommend,
who do
Well,
you,
this is
how
a
do you
whole
recommend?
different thing.
yeah, this is a whole,
But I would also kind of throw out that my position for myself personally is probably not a long-term position. The possibility is you could go out and look for somebody who has skills along those lines that maybe could be more efficient, more technologically associated, and that you could use part of
And
that.
manager, that is a big what if, and I
It
can
is.
assure you
is.
that to find a person to be able to do all those things is not easy.
I'm not saying it would
That's
be
why-
easy, I'm just putting
Yeah,
it out there as a
it's not gonna be
possibility.
easy, and, I mean, because I can update the website, I know how to do all those things, but I would not, okay? I would not, I would like my skills to be more in terms of the supervision, the management, but to do the website, I would not do that. So, now having said that, what is the wish of this commission? Do you wish to take two positions, the two new positions, and make one, this digital, at $15 an hour?
They're talking 18 to
Oh,
25.
18 to 25.
I mean, if we want to just start it at 15 to, I mean, we do what we do. The thing is that, you know, it's a skill. It's a skill. It's not just, I mean, and there's training involved. I mean, yes, sir.
Yes, Commissioner?
There's gonna be training involved. You start them at 15, and as they step along, you increase them as they learn, earn as you learn. And we have to maintain what we're putting on this website. So you gotta get somebody in training. It's gonna take this person a while to get on board and get it going. So you start at 15, work their way up as they progress. And who knows, the first couple ones might flunk out,
Yep,
you know?
I mean, that seems like a reasonable.
okay.
Gotta start
So
somewhere.
keep it all at 15.
Keep it all at 15. So are we looking at 2? This is what we have budgeted right now, 2. Are you looking at 3? If you're looking at 3, then we have to go back to the budget. 1 could be this digital communications coordinator, and the other person can be, what would we call this person, Mary? What are they called right now? Maintenance, the people that do the work for Michigan Works. What are they called?
They're just staff, Michigan Works staff.
Okay, so we would, but now we'd have to have a title, so we'd have to give them some work. So would they be
Office staff.
office staff? Okay, office staff to help us maintain, okay. Well, we'll come up with a title. We have to take a look at that better than office staff, but yeah, it is in that arena. But they will be doing some cleanup work, not just answering the phones.
And as the person that our website person gets freed up a little bit more, they could cover too. They could be doing work here and they could answer the phone.
So we need
or-
to add that to
So we
the,
could put that into part of the job description.
Exactly.
As needed,
Sure.
you know?
well, as directed by the manager,
Yeah.
is what I would say. Okay, all right, we have to work on that. All right, so what would you like, Commission? What are you looking at?
We are asking the commission to approve the new position of digital communication coordinator. I'm not saying we need to hire, just know that we need a specific title because this job is not going to be able to be done by just anybody.
I understand that, Commissioner. We have, again, so you're just saying keep the 2 and make one of them that? Is that what you're saying?
Let's make one of them the website person and the other person office personnel. So it'll be 2 motions. Make a position for website person, that'd be 1 motion. And the second motion would be 1 person for office personnel.
Except we already had 2 people for office personnel. So you're keeping 1 person for office personnel. You're possibly switching the second person to this digital communication coordinator.
Yeah, the digital communication, as they progress down their training, if they have any spare time, they can fill in for the second office person.
So
And
the-
if not, we'll address that at that time.
So would you be willing to call this individual digital communications coordinator / whatever we name it, office staff?
Yeah,
Okay. And then the second one just be office staff?
Yeah, we'll make them one striper.
Okay. I would be willing to support that.
I would too.
Okay. All right. Is there a motion? Commissioner Hutchins, would you be willing to, or Commissioner
I will
Wright?
make the motion to approve the title of digital communication coordinator, who would be responsible for website and social media content.
And office?
And in addition to that, work as directed by the manager.
Okay, for office staff. Okay,
all.
whatever we're going to call that. All right. So that's one motion, and then we'll look at the other motion for
Right,
the other one.
I'll
Okay.
second his motion.
Okay.
And since we're gonna spend money, I guess it'd be a roll call.
Yes, it will be. And it's title of new positions.
That's
Okay.
with you?
Yes.
Roll call.
Roll call, please.
Hutchins.
Yeah.
Wright.
Yes.
DeSessa.
No.
Carl.
Yes.
Earl, yes. That
Okay.
is, motion is passed.
Motion passed. Okay, next one is the position of office staff.
I'll make a motion to make the second position as office staff.
Okay. Is there a support?
Support.
Okay, support by Commissioner Wright. Roll call, please.
I have to say that I'm confused why we're making a motion for the office staff when it was already in the budget.
I know, but we're doing it now, so
Because
let's
we're
do
making a
it.
position, we're taking these, everybody knows that way where the two people are going.
This way, there's no
Because this
misunderstanding.
time- Yeah,
It's okay.
these are more titles, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other was just the allocation.
Mm-hmm.
Roll call, is that what we're doing?
Yes, please.
Wright.
Yes.
Hutchins.
Yeah,
DeSessa.
Yes.
Carl.
Yes.
Earl, yes. That motion has passed as well.
Okay, motion passed. All right, so the numbers stay the same? We're not going to change? We're going to give it two people? Okay, good. Okay, now, any other changes, any other discussion before we move on to this item? Now, we need to make up, we still have the motion, so the motion was made by Commissioner Wright to approve the 26-27 fiscal year annual budget for Holly Township Parks and Recreation at a total cost of $258.
That was motion by Carl.
That was the motion by Carl, and
Commissioner
it was supported by Commissioner Carl?
No, the opposite.
The other way? All right, the other way around. So the motion was made by Commissioner Carl, and it was supported by Commissioner Wright. Okay. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Wright.
Yes.
Commissioner Hutchins.
yes.
Commissioner Carl.
Yes.
Chair DeSessa.
Yes.
Commissioner Earl, yes. That has passed unanimous.
Okay, thank you. Okay, moving on to new business now, and this is to discuss and approve the 2026 contract between Holly Township Parks and Recreation and Holly Little League.
On the privilege, Madam Chair, I'd like to inform the commission that I am still on the Holly Little League Board of Directors, so I will be recusing myself from discussion and voting.
Thank you.
I'm sorry?
Again.
Again. Okay,
Conflict of interest.
Yeah, conflict of interest.
but you will be answering questions, correct?
Yeah.
You're here to represent,
I-
you're
I
here to
would be-
represent the Little League.
I would be willing to do so.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Commissioners, in your packet, you have the old contract. My understanding from the manager is that we were waiting for, to receive the new contract plus the insurance. Mr. Wright, do you have that information?
I do not. The only thing I have is the contract that I put together.
Do you have the insurance?
I can get it, yes. It's been approved. I can print it out.
And you didn't bring it with you? Oh. You're asking us to approve something without all the information. Do you understand?
Then we'll make a contingent of him supplying us with the information of the policy.
Okay.
Very good, Mr. Wright.
I just want to mention that I was not planning on doing, presenting this item. So I'm not,
Well, you asked us to put this on the agenda. Is that not right?
I believe the manager asked for that because it was done last year and we needed to.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. Okay, all right, so I understand also that you are recommending some changes to the current contract. Is that correct?
I just tightened up the contract that was previous.
What are those changes? You're not ready to discuss this?
Some of the things that he added were things that I believe that you would approve of,
Okay.
particularly regarding compliance with laws, severability. There were other things with indemnification and hold harmless. They have already agreed and are currently doing improvements to the field, and they do the maintenance on the infield and also do their trash pickup, as was agreed last year.
Okay, and that's all in the contract?
Pardon?
And that is all in the contract?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The only thing that I believe that I have asked Commissioner Wright to a change was in last year's contract. It did include, let's see if I can find it here, this statement. Both Holly Township Parks and Recreation and Holly Little League recognize that if either party were to terminate this agreement, that many children and families would be disappointed and have no alternate location to play their games. We both agree that we do not intend to terminate this agreement. I think that's important to include just for the sake that families know that we are trying to protect their interests.
I would not recommend that we approve and support. This is my recommendation to you all, because we don't know. We don't know what could happen. I don't think any of us here would want to end contracts that we make. It's only under specific reasons. Let's say the Little League, for whatever reason, it becomes criminal. I'm just going to leave it at that. What if, don't tell me that it hasn't happened, because it has, or what if they don't get many people that want to be part of the Little League and they don't have enough? I think that clause is just, we're asking for it. I think that we need to just indicate that we're going to do our best to support it. I would not recommend that we go down that rabbit hole.
What rabbit hole, is it the words that we both agree that we do not intend to terminate this agreement? Is that the words? I'm just.
Yes,
That's the
yes.
part. Okay.
Because I don't think that needs to be in writing. I think that is our intent. We don't intend to do this unless there's something that happens bad.
Well, that's why I thought it
Yeah.
wouldn't be a rabbit hole if we don't intend to.
Well, we don't, but I don't think we have to put it in writing.
Okay.
I think that that's our intent. I mean, with any contract, the contract that we just approved with the website people, we're not going to close that, unless something really bad happens.
But was this the
Okay,
contract?
so if we take off the last sentence of we both agree that we do not intend to terminate this agreement, would you be satisfied
No.
with that?
No. I think the way it is, we have an indemnification, we have a termination clause in there in case we need it. I don't expect that we're going to terminate this agreement, and I'll tell you, I'm a little, I'm disappointed that the Little League would think that we would even do that. We would even consider doing that.
Excuse me, that was not Little League.
Oh, okay.
That was my suggestion.
Oh, that was yours. Oh, my God, Madam Manager, I apologize. So, Madam Manager, I would never recommend that we put that in there. So, no. Why would we even imply that we would ever close this agreement without there being a good reason? There's no reason for us to terminate this contract unless there is a good reason. But for us to put that in
Not
writing,
excluding the fact that we would terminate it for a good reason.
but that's not what that says. It says that we agreed not to
It says
terminate.
we both agree that we do not intend to terminate, not that we would not terminate if it was absolutely necessary.
I respectfully, that's why we need a lawyer. I would not do that. It is not our intent. It is not our intent to do any of the contracts that we have to close it without there being a good reason. And for us to put that out there, I'm sorry.
It's not on there, Commissioner Hutchins.
It's not on there. She would like to add that on there.
Oh,
It's on the old one though, right?
It is on the old
It was the
one.
existing one, that's what I'm confused about, like,
I asked it to be included, and unfortunately, so I will read it again, just for both Holly Township Parks and Recreation and Holly Little League recognize that if either party were to terminate this agreement, that many children and families would be disappointed and have no alternate location to play their games. We both agree that we do not intend to terminate this agreement. I think it's fine if we leave off the last sentence, if that would be
I am just one vote.
Commission's
I am just one
choice,
vote.
but
I would not recommend that we do this, but I am just one vote.
if,
It's already
if the
implied.
commission as a whole prefers to use commissioner rights,
I haven't seen
I'm
that.
fine with that. But I just thought it was
But what is that
more
contract?
explanation with the other.
Madam Manager, this is the problem that I have with this contract. Actually, I would recommend that we table this until we see what contract we're going to go with. Because my understanding is that we were going to go with the old contract as is, and that we were going to make some changes to that. All right? That's what I thought we were going to do. But if you're making more changes than that, then I'm at a loss.
Sent out a while, like a
Shouldn't
couple of
it
days
have
ago.
an out clause for both?
Yeah, and it just says, we can terminate this contract or whatever, again, I'm not a lawyer, but whatever the language is there right now, I think there's a termination clause in there. That should be sufficient. This is never our intent to close or to terminate a contract with Little League. We understand
I don't understand, I mean,
There's a
every
separate,
contract should have
a termination
a
clause.
termination.
Mhm.
I mean,
there's a
Commissioner
separate,
Wright, your group could dissolve. All right, you're gonna want out of a contract.
Right,
It doesn't mean we disrespect by any party, it's just a natural thing. A needed thing, a
exactly,
required.
exactly. I don't see the need for that statement in the contract.
that's fine.
Lord help us. Okay.
Is there a termination in here?
I don't
I
see
was
it.
reading it again, I think I might have
The
forgotten.
only thing that I see is the
There isn't one in there?
severability
We should put one in there?
17.
Now, the only, two things I didn't find was the termination clause. And the other thing is maintenance responsibilities, number 6. You turn it over and you read it out, and we cannot supply irrigation because we have no well up there, no way to get water to that. That's the only thing I found that was out of line. We can't irrigate the ball fields. We
Okay.
never have, we never will. We have no well up there. We have a hand pump, and it doesn't work.
Okay, so,
Good point.
good, excellent points. Why don't we do this? Why don't we come back and make those changes and correct them and bring them back to the commission? And at the time, we're not going to stop you all from practicing. We're not going to stop you from any of those things. Please bring the insurance with you so that,
I'd rather settle this tonight.
Okay.
And have them a contingency on the motion.
Okay.
That you supply us with the insurance.
It's on the printer right now.
Okay.
okay. All right, so then make the motion, Mr. Hutchins, Commissioner Hutchins.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to add to this contract a termination clause for both sides. And under item 6, we cannot supply irrigation to the ball fields.
So exclude the irrigation part? of
Right,
number
I just
6?
crossed out irrigation because we can't do that.
Okay, so we'll just delete that from the
Yeah.
current contract,
Yeah.
and we will look for a termination clause.
Because the biggest thing is if somebody said, well, the fields are too dry, you're supposed to irrigate it. No, we can't irrigate it.
We can irrigate, correct. Okay, and then you're going to say, what did you say about the insurance?
You say it's here right now?
It is.
So this is contingent upon receiving,
I'll just go grab it. It's on the printer, you said?
Yeah, it doesn't probably have to be part of the agreement.
if we have it, then no.
Well, it still has to be put on here, that we have the termination clause and the insurance. here.
So
Is it a
is there
minute?
another copy so that or is this one copy?
That's just one copy.
Oh, okay, so let's look at it together.
That can be given to the manager and be put on file.
It's a million, and
Yep.
does it say that the village, the township, I'm sorry, is insured? So it does not say that the,
You can show it. It's not meant to.
no, it is.
No,
They
this is-
insured us, didn't they insure it
They
last
hold
time?
us
$1 million.
harmless, is stated in this
I
contract.
thought that they insured us as well. You're saying no?
No.
Is it from last year? Can you look at last year's?
Last year's contract.
Mhm. Under additionally insured?
It says that on the
$1
contract.
million.
I know, but look under who's insured.
It says name parks.
Oh,
as
there it
insured.
is, there it is, Sorensen Park and Nature Center. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, it has to. Wait a minute. It says name and address of person or organization. That's just not correct. So under insured, it just the Holly Little League, not us.
And last year, they added us, I think, as a rider.
It was additional insured, that's what it says on the contract, is, and name parks as additional insured. So,
So this has to be corrected.
does it say additional insured
No,
anywhere?
no.
Additionally insured, designated person or
Here's another one. Right there,
Oh, okay.
top one.
Also, there's
All right. Oh, okay, here it is.
additional insured.
Yeah,
Okay,
additional insured.
okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Here's the bill.
Here's $1 million.
Thank you so much.
Christ.
Appreciate all of it.
Yes, I was thinking, yes.
Okay, then I'll have to rephrase my,
We have the insurance.
Motion.
I have to redo my motion that we just delete under item number 6, maintenance responsibilities, irrigation.
Okay. So no,
That's my motion,
And then the termination.
and the termination clause.
and the termination clause in
Okay,
here.
add the termination clause, eliminate irrigation from item 6, maintenance.
Yeah, I guess number 21 would be termination.
I'll look at the statement that we have for the B Association in terms of termination, and I think it says we give 60-day notice.
Yeah,
you know,
60 or 30-day
yeah,
notice or
30
whatever.
notice. Should we need to terminate? But I have
I
no
want to make that
intention.
30 days or 60 days. What do you want?
Well, you can't ask. You want.
Well, he's representing the Little League.
I have, it's a conflict of interest.
Yes.
Well, he's not voting on it. I just asked him
Commissioner,
a question.
ask us the question. Okay. So what would you,
A year and a half. How's that?
no. So let's say 60 days. I think 60
Okay,
days
yeah,
is more
let's
than
move on.
sufficient. Okay,
Yeah.
60 days.
Number 21, termination clause for 60 days out.
That's
For
very.
both parties.
For both parties.
That's my motion.
I support.
Okay, motion
Okay.
by Commissioner Hutchins.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, we're getting there. Supported by Commissioner Carl.
We shouldn't need to roll call that. We should not.
No, okay.
All-
Well, this is, no, there's no money assigned here, so, okay. All those in favor?
Oh, I would, since he subsided from voting, I would get a roll call vote to show that he did not vote.
Okay,
Yeah, because, yeah.
very fair. All right.
Yeah.
Please call the roll, Madam Secretary.
And so in that situation, then am I not even going to call on him, or am I going to call on him?
Don't
and
call
we're
him.
gonna say-
He has been excused.
He's already been excused.
He's already been
Then
excused.
we-
Yeah, he,
Point of order. Madam
yes.
Chair.
Mhm.
Don't, isn't there a motion that has to be had for me to recuse myself?
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's do that. Is there a motion to recuse Commissioner Wright from,
Conflict of interest for the vote tonight.
due to conflict of interest for approval of the Little League contract.
Yes.
Okay, that is the motion. All right,
Motion by
motion by
Hutchins.
Hutchins.
Yeah.
Is there support?
Support.
Supported by Commissioner Carl. All those in favor, please say
No,
aye.
I'd still do a roll call on that, too.
Oh,
So Hutchins,
Yes.
DeSessa,
yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Earl, yes. That motion is passed.
And now we're gonna go for the motion of,
Can I run the meeting, sir?
yeah, sure.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, going on to item number 9, I assume, I'm not correct, could be item number 10, reports. Is there a staff report? Madam Manager. Madam Manager.
We have a couple of things coming up. We have our insurance that is due. We don't have an amount yet, but at our last meeting on Monday, Commissioner Hutchins agreed to go over the paperwork with me that we can submit to Municipal League, Michigan Municipal League, and then they will turn around and give us the amount that we would need to pay for that. We did have 2 successful programs this month since our last meeting. Cole Fisher with U.S. Fish and Wildlife came on March 25th and did a presentation on careers in U.S. Fish and Wildlife. He spoke about careers dealing with natural resources, conservation, biology, ecology, and the Fish and Wildlife Service. He gave a really great talk. He supported it with a slideshow, and they included also a graph showing the amount of money that the staff can make. And I think it was very educational for the students who were here, particularly in the fact that he spoke about the fact that in that career, when you get into it, that most times you're dealing with grants, and you have to apply for the grants, and you have to move from one agency to another agency as the grants that you apply for come through. And I think that that was a really good thing to share with students who are going into that, because there's some people who would not be comfortable with that at all, to go through that process. So that was a good thing for them to know. Last night, we had another successful program. It was very educational. Even this was on pollinators, and he talked about endangered pollinators, pollinator gardens, threat to pollinators, and how people can help. And the fact is that we learned in the slideshow that here at Sorensen Park, the Carner blue butterfly particularly, it uses that as a host plant, and so that was really helpful to know. And that also for the Carner blue butterfly, that oak savanna, which we also have at the back of our park, where we have multiple oak trees, that is one of the fastest disappearing ecosystems in the world, and we have it right here in our park. So we have
Nice.
a lot of really positive things, and I will say that Cole did an excellent job on both presentations. He was very prepared. He answered questions. He was very personable with the people, and he stood around and talked after the fact. And so I thought that was really helpful. And he will be finishing up with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, I think he said May 7th, and then moving on to another position with, not sure if it's U.S. Geological Survey or something like that, but he's going to be located in Ann Arbor. So either way, we appreciate his services, and I am going to write a very complimentary letter to his supervisors for him for doing that. And the other thing, we did have Commissioner Wright and Commissioner Hutchins and Commissioner DeSessa here last night, and also our staff person Brenda, and Donna Boschel from the North Oakland Bee Association was also here. And so we appreciate their coming out as well. So I learned today that unfortunately some of our staff may be leaving us even sooner than we had anticipated. And so I will be reporting on that in the future. It's a brand new development from today. And so we will be looking into that. And then I think that's my report.
Okay. Let's go around the table. Commissioner Wright? Thank you, madam.
No report.
No report. Commissioner Chins?
Nothing.
Commissioner?
You mentioned MML, our insurance company. It might be beneficial if he spent 15 minutes in one of our future meetings. We can just give us an overview on how our policy works, what's covered, our liability, just so that we're all aware of it.
We could certainly ask them to do a presentation. That'd be fine. Ask them to do a presentation. That'd be fine.
We also talked about grants. Let's not bury that. Let's not bury that. I think it's an opportunity. You know, because we're money tight. Let's keep that top of mind.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay. Commissioner Earl?
I have no report.
Okay. I'll be very brief. I just want to thank the manager for the report. She did get an answer back to us from Aquaweed in terms of the chemicals that they use. Thank you very much, Madam Manager. This is very good. I feel much better 100% on this. And there's a letter attached to this, much better 100% on this. And there's a letter attached to this, and he indicates that the chemicals he uses are all in compliance with the EPA rules and regulations, or I think it's called Energy, well, whatever, Environmental Great Lakes and Energy, licensed by the Department of Agricultural and Rural Development, and it's overseen by the DNR fisheries. So that makes me very, very happy to know that that's being done. And so thank you, Madam Manager. And I guess I agree with, look at grants. We're hoping to be able to meet with some individuals now that the winter is past and spring is here, and we can get some additional funds. Thank you all, commissioners, for putting the budget together. I know how hard this is. We are very, very tight, and I thank you. We all have differences in opinion, and we have to respect that. And I do. And Commissioner Hutchins, I did not mean to be abrupt here, so please accept my apology. And I want to thank everybody for here, so please accept my apology. And I want to thank everybody for your time. So with that, I will call this meeting. Is there anything? Oh wait, I still have to do the public hearing. Thank you for reminding me.
Did you cover our other commissioner down here?
Yes, she said no. She said, is that right? Yeah, she said no. Okay, so the last thing is public comment. So it's an item number 11, or it could be number 10. Here again. So to the members of our public, you can address the commission once recognized by the chair for any items related to the Holly Township Parks and Recreation. Comments are limited to 4 minutes. The commission may extend this time by additional 4 minutes by majority vote. Prior to addressing the commission, members of the public are asked to share their name, street name, and town. There are no members of the public, but again, I do appreciate those that are watching us on cable, and I thank you for your comments, and we're doing our best to make sure that we can address your concerns. And with that, I will adjourn this meeting at 9:21 p.m. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. Thank you.